All right. Welcome back to the Wileyverse, where our intrepid heroes, inepted heroes, are sitting in Wreckville. They just got introduced to Zay, who wants to transport them across the border. Though he's a little bit crazy. Actually, he's a lot of bit crazy. He's a crazy. So they have decided to put that off so they can gather some intel, but also unload some of the ill-gotten gear that they have acquired over the last couple of missions. Again, I am Wiley, the GM. With me is Deyton and Mitch. Mitch is the Burster Pyromaniac. Deyton is Beethoven, the St. Bernard Dog Boy. Running from the Coalition. This is Riffs. So let's go jump right back in. So you have sent Zay away, and you've got all of this equipment that you have written down, or you have on that sheet there that you've decided to keep some, you've decided to sell some, but you have to offload it before you leave this place anyway. What was the decision about the bus? You're going to sell the bus?
We are going to get rid of that because it's...
And keep
it's
the
too
quads,
big,
if you can.
If we can, we'd have to keep the quads. It's a little less intrusive. We don't have to repaint it. It's not obvious when we barrel down the road.
It's dependent on what we do with this whole Zay thing.
So you want to hold on to it for the time being?
No. I mean the quads.
The quads you might have to sell as well.
No. Yes.
I mean, if we're getting smoggled, if we choose to get smuggled through, like we're not. If we have be able to smuggle vehicles with us, I would.
But if we have the ability to keep the quads, we don't have to look for vehicles the next place we go. So we'll try to hold on to those.
But in your initial offloading, it's the bus, the communications array, that amplifier. Mm-hmm. You're getting rid of the still and the water purifier.
That's something we could use, but we can't drag it along. I can boil water for us, but can't make alcohol for us.
I mean, really, the water purifier is the only thing that is worthwhile survival-wise.
And you guys pretty much have that.
How cumbersome is the water purification system? The water filtration? It's
a pretty big thing. Like, it would...
Like, one of the quads is larger. Like, if we both shared a smaller quad, we could drag that through.
Right, one of the quads has a bed.
Yeah,
one of the quads has a little tow bed on it.
So let's keep that then. Still in the brew-bearing kit. We don't need...
So which guns are you getting rid of? You're getting everything.
No, we're getting the laser pistol, the heavy assault rifle, and the light assault laser rifle, because you're keeping the CV-212 and the NGRE-3, right?
Yes.
All right. So you're keeping the variable, like the long rifle, and then what's the other one you're keeping?
The plasma pistol.
The plasma pistol.
This is a rare thing that we've not, like he's not seen before.
I was making those notes last time, and we were in the middle of something, so I couldn't be like, no, these are what
one of you has Streetwise, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you go out the next day...
Both of us may have Streetwise.
Do you have Streetwise?
I do.
Okay.
What's Streetwise at?
6d6.
Really?
Remember, he has a -2, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, -2 because Dog Boy is kind of weird. And Coalition, like, you're outsider no matter where you go. Like, even in the Coalition, you know, you're the second-class citizen. And you go somewhere else, everyone either knows you as Coalition or you're a talking dog.
And I pee with a leg lifted up.
It happens. But everyone can tell when you're happy, so... Is he mad at me? No, his tail's wagging.
It's okay. His mood seems upbeat.
You know the dogs sneeze to tell you that they're joking? Like, when they're like fighting, like, oh, I'm growling at you, and then they go, like, there's a sneeze. Like, that's the, hey, this is just joke, right? So... Now that you know that, any dog film you watch, like of the dogs like fighting at the dog park or whatever, you'll see that, you'll pick out that sneeze. So the next day, after you eat your steak finger dinner, you guys try to go out and sell this stuff, and you realize that, this is a pretty thriving community, but it's really difficult to sell a whole bunch of contraband. Like, people are super lowballing you, or they just don't have the money, they don't have the time. And it seems like, okay, well, I'll take this, this, and this, but not this, this, and this. And then, like, another person offers for another set of gear, like, I'll only buy if you give me this and this, and that's included in what someone else had wanted. Like, it's just really hard to cut a deal in a bizarre style setting, unless you wanted to take just a quarter of its worth for each individual item. You're not going to be able to get a good amount. And that's fine if you just want to offload it.
I was going to say, like, I was already aiming for a third or less anyway. Because I kind of figure we're not going to make $20,000 off a single laser rifle.
You both know that there is this entire, like, layer, it's called the conspiracy of commerce, which is the black market. Pretty much there's two major players in any, like, there's a lot of corporations, like the big factory, manufacturers of different things, but normally they have to go through the coalition or another major nation, like the Federation of Magic. But everywhere there is the black market, and the black market is like the stabilizer of the economy. Like, that's the reason why a credit is worth a credit in the coalition states and out in the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
If there happens to be a black marketeer here, a black market contact, you would be able to offload all your stuff at a decent price.
You just have to look for that person.
You just have to look for that person. Mm-hmm. So it's either, like, just offload everything at a fraction of what you could get for it, or find a black marketeer and see if you can make that kind of point contact.
Well, we have a week. I think we should at least attempt it. If we don't see them, then we can sell everything cheap anyway. We're not going to be able to take any of this stuff with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, then.
All right,
what's your streetwise?
6.
So you want to help him on a streetwise?
Sure.
So,
what are your smart? It's all the same.
But you have a -2. So
okay. So yeah. I will be helping.
You'll be helping. Let me check if Shani has streetwise, and she does not. She doesn't really. She ain't from this dimension, so she's not gonna attempt to help because she might actually
hinder the.
So go ahead and make a whatever streetwise is based off of.
Smart. So D6 and then
you have to roll first.
I do?
Yeah, you have to roll first to know how much bonus you're giving to him.
Okay. But it's just streetwise and then my wild, right?
And your wild, yep. Remember, you don't add your attribute die.
I don't add my attribute die.
Correct. It's just the skill die and your wild die.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So
5.
Total after the negative?
3 after the negative.
Okay, so nothing. He gave you nothing.
Hey.
What the fuck? So...
What is it?
It's
got
double
2
6.
Alright, so just keep going, see which one's higher.
So I got an 8.
An 8. That's a success and raise. You
spend a penny to re-roll that.
No, I want less.
Yeah.
I want to fail this. It isn't long as you're, like, going through the bazaar and you're starting to realize that, like, you know what these things are worth because you worked in the coalition. This is not worth the price they're giving you. These guns are top of the line, and they're trying to buy them for the same price that they'd buy a hunting rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Off of you. So you start dropping the right lingo, the right language, and asking the right questions around town, and eventually a kind of nondescript man in hoodie walks up and hands you a piece of paper. Like, oh, you drop this, and it has a location, it has an address essentially written on it, but not an address because Wreckville's kind of a wreck. It just has a place to go.
I think we should go there.
There's also a little star in the corner.
Does that indicate anything?
Nothing you know. It could just be a affiliation sign or something.
Well, let's head for the address at least and look around.
All right. So you head out to the address, and looks like it's a building that's like, maybe used to be an office building or something. Like it's fairly nondescript. It doesn't seem like housing. There's not a whole lot of people going in and out of it. Just a front door. There's a back door. It's a prefab, newer building, just plasticrete that was slapped here.
Is it one of the things like where there's a buzzer for each room?
No, not even that. Like it's just a double door to walk into the lobby, and it's like 3 stories. It looks like it might have it could be warehouse space, it could be apartments or condos.
Do we have free roam of it? Can we walk around, or do we have to talk to people at the front to get in any farther?
You walk in the front door?
Well, I guess.
Like, you don't know what it's like inside. I mean,
I see what you're saying. Are there any noticeable stars on the exterior of the building? Do I see?
No.
No? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
I was just say I prefer to check the back door. But
Let's go look in the back door.
I've heard that about you. All right. So,
I couldn't resist.
Yeah, I know. We couldn't either. So, you're gonna walk up to the back door?
No, I really was just joking like that.
No, let's go to the back door. Is it open? Can we get in that way?
Go ahead and make me notices. Just scope it out.
5.
Do I have my keen sense?
Yep.
Right? So 6.
You notice that there is a camera watching the door. So not only is there a camera right above the door aimed at it, there's also a camera on the top corner of the building looking down at the area behind the building. So if you approach, you will be seen, regardless of what you do, whatever it is you do, you'll just be seen by someone watching that camera.
You want to try to go in the back door?
Sure.
We got cameras.
That's true. Yeah, let's give it a shot, I guess. Yeah.
Right, you walk up, and it is locked.
Cool.
No windows or anything like that to look in.
Why don't we go back around the front?
All right.
So, let's go in the lobby from the front side.
All right, so you walk in the lobby, and lobby is tiled. There's a stairway up. There's hallways going back deeper into the place. You hear work. You hear the signs of work. There's people moving and shuffling, and things being moved and put down and raised and slammed and that kind of stuff. So this is an industrious building, but you walk in and you're faced with a full conversion Borg. So a person that's completely metal, replaced everything but their spinal cord and brain stem and their primary functional organs that are all encased in this metal.
Is he missing an arm?
She
so
is not missing an arm.
I don't know who it is.
It's a feminine frame. It's not normal that you've seen something like this. It's still heavy. I mean, it's still big, but there's just the subtle lines, the curves. It just looks feminine.
Yeah.
It's sitting there. It's holding a railgun. You walk in. It looks at you.
You're kind of the talker.
That's true. So I guess my first question would be, can I tell if this, it's industrious, it's moving, things like that, but does it look like they're trying to keep that fact hidden, or are they openly dealing around in here and moving stuff?
There's nothing you can see from the lobby. You just hear that in the back. So you're up in this, it's tiled, there's a door off to your right, which looks like it may go into an office or a apartment. Mm-hmm. There's a stairway off to the left with another smaller door off to the left right before the stairway, but there is nothing in this lobby, and there's a hallway next to the stairway that goes back where you kind of see some movement, but there's nothing obvious up front. There's no boxes, there's no counter, there's no posters or anything in this lobby.
So I'm thinking the star in the corner is probably something to do with it. We should look and see if we can find a door that has it on there, or the floor is painted. We're looking for stars. I think initially I probably wouldn't make any contact or just make it look like we know what we're doing and just head for the stairwell and go up and start looking at doors.
Okay. So you start to move into the place, and that's when the Borg kind of shifts and you hear her railgun power up the moment you try to move more into the room. Like, we want addition cards?
I was like, I tripped Deyton's character and run up the stairs.
Stars!
We'll just be like, oh, sorry. We haven't been here before, but I think we're expected. I'm looking for this address. Maybe hand her the piece of paper.
Yeah. It kind of just stares blankly at you for like an awkward amount of time. Like it's just getting to that. All right, does this thing speak English or whatever? And then the office door that's off to the right opens up, and this older woman comes out, mid 50s, 60s, gray streaked hair, kind of wild. She's in just some like a leather bomber jacket style, jeans, shirt. Oh, you finally found us.
We did.
All right, well, come on in. We're here to talk business, aren't we?
Are we? I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Yeah. All right, let's do it.
All right, and she walks you into her office, and the Borg follows you. And so the door is open, and the Borg is standing there, and she says, "Oh, don't mind Cupcake." And she goes around the desk now, so she's behind her desk, which is a nice wooden desk, and she leans forward, hand out, and she says, I'm Verity Kincaid. Verity Kincaid. And shakes all three of your hands.
So I was like, who's that there?
Who's that?
Oh yeah, you're still with us?
I'm with Red Star. It's our little corner of the market over here. You know. Have a seat. You want something to drink? You want...
Yeah, drinks all around.
Well, should pour some water for you. There you go. So she leans back. So I hear you have some stuff to unload.
We do. We save some kids from an errant dog boy pack.
Hon, we all know. Heroes of Wreckville. We got it.
Gotcha. Well, we're having trouble moving some of this stuff that we need to get rid of. We can't take it with us, and we can't leave it behind without making some money off it. I'm sure you understand profit.
Absolutely. I understand all about it.
So it'd be nice if we get the most bang for your buck, kind of all in one sitting.
Well, that's what we do. So, you got it here? Do you have a list? What are we looking at?
We have a list.
All right.
So
run through the list for me. Let me know.
So we're going to keep some of the stuff. We're going to do the various foodstuffs. The survival packs, we're keeping one playing card deck. All right, so we've got a couple of rifles. We've got some pistols.
Come on, give me... Do I look like an amateur? Give me some numbers.
Oh my god, we have a C-10 light assault laser rifle, a C-12 heavy assault rifle, C-18 laser pistols, some 3 C-10s, a stub nose C-12 with 40 shots in it. We've got a CV-212, 5 C-18s and a GRE-3. Oh, no, that's right, that's part of this. Don't get rid of, right? Yeah, sorry. I did that wrong. So, we are keeping those. HE, what is this?
High explosive.
Keeping that.
He's keeping all of that.
Yeah.
He's keeping all the grenades.
You're keeping one set of vibro gauntlets, right? Like you wanted to keep these vibro blade fan braces? Yeah.
I have another, so you have both.
So we'll do 4 there. We got some alcohol to get rid of. There's a bus. We have some dog boy armor pieces that you're going to keep. He's
keeping some of the pieces, but you could unload almost a whole set of dog boy and still have pieces enough to repair your armor.
We've got a still, a beer brewing kit, some night vision goggles, and a single deck of playing cards that I'll throw in for free.
Oh, that's mighty nice of you. Boys always need their games.
Yeah.
It makes the workday go by.
That's why I'm keeping one.
So lots of some older Coalition stuff. And that's some good quality right there, but not so easy to unload. We're not afraid of that, of course. Of course, you wouldn't get a good price around here with them Coalition checkups and all that. No, I think we can deal. All of that sounds good. The communications, the still. I mean, everyone needs their medicine, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll need to take some pictures, see the quality, check all that stuff.
Sure.
So I'll send one of my men out with you.
Yeah, meet us at the hotel with the great steak fingers. Remember the name of the hotel.
All right, well, easy enough. We'll do that. It's going to take us at least a week to assess, find points of offload, and give you your, find out what we're going to offer, see if you want to take it.
Sure. A week is about the time frame we're working at, so if you can make it in a week, we can deal.
Excellent. And so we'll work from there. But I gotta ask you. You're the heroes of this. You got the dragon off the mountain. You saved some kids. You guys looking for work?
As long as it falls in the week time frame. What kind of work are you talking about?
I'm surprised that you're okay with a week, figuring that the Coalition's coming and all. Didn't figure you two want to talk to them.
How soon are they going to be here?
Oh, well, you don't know.
Yeah, obviously we don't know.
The woodcutters didn't tell you. I ain't surprised. Well, that mountain's been burning for a month. We lost a bunch of people up there. Of course, they radioed it in to their friends over across the wall. So they're sending out a team to go investigate what's going on up there and ask some questions. So I thought you guys would want to be out of here in a couple days.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to try to get her to... Because if we shorten the time frame for dealing, we're going to cut into our profits again.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wiley's trying to rob us right now.
Well, while we're assessing your stuff, you can go run an errand for us. That would put you outside of town while the Coalition's here running amok.
What kind of errand are we talking about?
Well, we had a courier, a shipment, didn't check in yesterday. We just want someone to go check on him, see what's up.
So here's the thing with that. If we do this, it does take us away from town for a time being, but if we come back and they're still here, we still have to deal with them.
You could wait outside, if you see that they're still there. If you know.
No, I get that. But I'm just saying, we risk running into the Coalition one way or the other.
Right.
What do you think?
I was saying, in technicality, even if a Coalition comes into town, it doesn't mean that we'll necessarily be found. It's not like they'll be coming in looking specifically for...
It's true,
actually, they kind of will be. Because they're investigating... Yeah, they're investigating the mountain. You guys got the dragon off the mountain. You're also the heroes that saved kids from those fake dog boys. You know that people are going to talk. People have been talking. People have been coming up and buying your drinks and buying your food. You're the talk of the town.
That's what I was saying. We can't hide here anymore because everyone knows who we are. We're going to be us anywhere we are. So either we shorten it right now and get the fuck out of town, or we do this and get the fuck out of town. We got to get out of town.
Yeah. So either you offload it at a fraction of what you could get and go with Zay, or you run this mission for the black market to check on their couriers and hope that the Coalition is gone by the time you get back.
I feel like that's how we're going to make the most money, is doing this errand, but
it's the gamble of... It's dangerous, but you'll make more money.
What do you think?
And you can always walk away. Like, if you come back to town, it's crawling with Coalition. No matter what you did on the mission, you can walk away. But you lose everything at that point. You lose all the profit.
That's what I'm thinking, is that when shit goes sideways, as it so often does, we might not get anything out of this. I'm inclined to run the errand. She's taking the stuff off our hands. At least we'll be in good standing when we get down to the deal, even if we shorten the time frame. I'm just afraid about the Coalition.
The black market is everywhere. So you scratch their backs. That's a nice thing to have on your resume.
Let's just run the errand.
All right. So we'll make arrangements with her to do her errand and still check our stuff.
So job's easy enough. We have a route that they were on, a place where they were going to stay the night. You just run the route, see if you can find any signs of foul play. 1,000 credits each up front, just for saying yes. 1,000 credits if you find out what happened to our men. Double that if you can get them back here alive. Now this is where fine print comes in. So they had a shipment. Now if they're just broken down on the road, you need to give them a push. Then they ever go on the merry way. But if that shipment has been taken, stolen, robbed, looted, however, if you can return that, you'll get 10% of the value of the shipment.
That's what I call fine print.
So.
No good. Sorry, I'm wearing a dad sweater. Dad joke. All right, let's give it a shot. Where did you lose track of this? Obviously she can give us all the information.
She gives you a map.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of the outcome, though, on our way back, is there a way to reach you without having to come into the city?
Oh, no. Like, you're not affiliates of us, so I'm going to be long gone. Probably the moment you leave this office. You'll be approached by another contact. That way, if you get pinched, you can't squeal on me. So, when you get back to town, another Red Star will contact you. They'll have your assessment of all your gear and everything, and have your payment for the job.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right. I like you two. Not many questions, down to business.
Right.
So, you sign a contract with her, and she gives you 3 black cards, credit cards.
Did I just put my paw print in ink?
And just pink. Yeah.
God damn it.
3 black cards with a
I'm
little...
illiterate, so I can't read or write.
Oh,
Like, why the
that's
hell would I
funny.
be able to sign?
A little red
like,
star.
I was
You
just
sign
making
like
sure.
you sign like this.
What is that?
It's a 16th note in the lady bar.
Oh.
It's your Beethoven. So
Beethoven.
Music. It's
He's
literally a musical signature.
But, yeah, he puts you
Actually, that would
fingerprints,
be like
thumbprints,
that would be
prints,
like
all that
this.
stuff. But you're handed three black market credit cards, which have a little red star in them. Which, if you remember, that's also what you got paid for from your previous job with the woodcutters. Same kind of cards. And she'll say, like, she'll transfer it onto your current cards if you want. If you don't want, like, the multiple cards to be holding your accounts, or the single card to hold your accounts.
This is literally a musical time signature. It's in treble clef 3/4 time. Music signature. There you go. You should sign like that. Beethoven. I hold your paw while you do it. Oh, got jokes. All right.
Alright, so you have a map. They, of course, need to have someone sent out to watch your stuff. She does offer, like, hey, it's a dangerous world out there and all that stuff. You could will your stuff to us if you don't return. Like, if it's over a month, we'll sell it on your behalf.
Well, I think that's probably a good idea, actually. We're trying to get on her good side, and if we don't come back, what are we going to do with it anyway? You know what I mean? So I'm okay with that, so we'll do the will as well.
All right. So they take the bus with all the stuff that you want to sell in it, and they put it on one of their properties. They take pictures of it all. You sign contracts saying that it's yours and coming back. It's kind of like a pawn contract, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And we totally got 1,000 up front.
You got 1,000 up front. Off you go. So yeah, like you have your quads. You're taking the quads, right? You're not taking the bus.
Well, we had the bus stuffs in the bus, so yeah.
Yes, but like you could choose to take the bus if you really wanted to keep it around.
We'll take the quads.
Plus, the bus is still painted black with like a skull in the front. And shit
Right.
like that. It's a little intimidating to
A
sneak around.
little coalition-y.
Yeah.
All right, so when are you gonna leave? Are you leave the next day? You gonna leave immediately? And you don't know when these coalition investigators are going to be coming in.
I'm down to get it done with. When we've already rested up, we've already eaten, we're good to go.
Right.
We were already supposed to spend the day in the market anyway. We could spend the day traveling. It's not a big deal.
So off you head, and it's west. So it's towards the New Frontier border that this trail takes you. You see the rest point. So it was like a 2-day. It was supposed to be like a 2-day jump, rest point, get to the location, drop the goods.
A 2-day tour.
3-day tour.
So
7 hours. 7 hour.
3 hours.
3 hours?
3
hour tour.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, youngin. You don't remember Gilligan's Island? Skipper. All right. So you head off on the quads. Who's driving what?
I'm not driving. You know that.
So who's driving the small one? Who's driving the big one? Because you're on the big one on the back.
Yeah.
Shani's driving the big one. I'm driving the small one.
Okay, so you can roll up front and all that.
Usually we do it the other way around.
Yeah, the other way around.
Yeah, because usually
so Shani's scouting up front
because she does the scouting.
Okay. So you're driving, and it's the wilderness of Minnesota. Like here you are.
These menacing trees.
It is getting cold. It's starting to snow.
I'm not worried about that.
Right.
You're not worried about that.
I got a thick coat.
Right? Shani, if she wants a cuddle. But who would she choose?
Probably the warmer of the two.
Yeah, totally Beethoven. Off you go. You get like a midday start, so you won't get to the rest point unless you push it well into the night. But you'll get there like 2-3 a.m. if you want to keep just going.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to? Yeah, because I don't want to rest in the road. So let's push through to the early morning to make it.
All right. So, unless you have anything else you want to talk about or do, 2 a.m. rolls around and you get to the rest point.
This rest point this is a courier rest point, or is this kind of like just a road rest point? It's an obvious thing.
It's a black market route. So It's off the beaten path. You guys have been going down back trails and things like that. But the place is a house. It's a building out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I mean, we were rested. We get the midday start. Before we go to bed, let's at least look around and see if we can't figure anything out while it's dark, and then we'll look again in the daytime. Do we see obvious signs of the what do you call it?
The courier.
Sorry, yeah.
Who has night vision?
You?
I do on my
I
gun.
swear you had night vision.
So give me a notice check.
Yeah, notice.
-2 because of the distance. Do you have is it scope magnifying? It has magnification, right? It does.
Does it?
Yes.
If not, I can give
Look on
it to
your.
him. Right?
No, you have.
No,
You can just look over there if you want, but you don't have night vision.
No, it won't
Though
make any sense.
the drawback and the trapping of your clairvoyance is that it appears as a flame, like a ghost flame.
Not just that, it costs ISP. So if he can look around and discern, then it's fine.
Look at your.
Offset 2 points of range / darkness.
Yep. So it has magnification. So it offsets the the -2 of the distance you are away from it. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
See? 7.
God, that's like always the thing. 6, I get to stage it. 1 more.
Plus, I get a keen sense.
And see, like,
it's
you
9.
do. Well, you do have good eyes. I mean, you have good everything. So
does his keen sense negate that -2 for distance?
Well, I already negated.
Well, he already negated that, so he's now getting just a pure +2 on top of it.
Sweet.
So
9.
9. I don't know, like it's supposed to just be for smelling and all that, but whatever. Like, you have good eyes too. So you have beautiful eyes, Beethoven.
Rough.
So you're looking around, and it's like it's this little, like, kind of wreck of a house on the edge of a probably used to be an old town or city. I mean, not a city, but an old town somewhere. Anywhere. This house kind of out of nowhere. So it's snowing. So there's obvious signs of disturbance in the snow in the front. It's been coated back over though, so like you can just see that a bunch of activity happened in front of the house, but at this range and distance and with the green, you can't tell like footprints or tracks or if it was cleared or if it's the underneath of where a vehicle was. It's just the snow levels are different. Like,
not to mention snow and night vision is kind of fucky anyway.
Right.
Like it's real.
So
like,
it's not smooth in front of the house. It is got a whole bunch of mess, and the mess goes out for quite a ways. So disturbed snow, lower snow level, darker snow here and there in patches. So obviously a whole bunch of stuff happened in front of this place. But other than that, there is no signs of like gunfire. I mean, it's not in the greatest shape, but there's no sense of recent destruction. It is still completely, integrally sound. Yeah.
I say we should approach it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're here for.
Okay.
Investigation. So let's give it a shot.
So you all three, like, stealthing up, crawling up.
Might as well be cautious.
All right. Stealth checks. You want to aid?
We aid Shani.
Aid Shani, and you all have to make a stealth check to see how well Shani can direct you in getting up there.
Hey.
8. I'm sneaky as hell this time.
So that's a +2 to her. Oh, wow. 1, 2. Like, clank, 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 clank.
For some reason,
Right up!
I'm all James Bond this time, and you're like juggling chainsaws. Like, I'm a sneak with this grenade. Sneaky grenade.
6, 11, 13.
That's a pretty good sneak.
So that's a pretty good sneak. You guys are super quiet. And there's just like
Ancient dust.
Ancient dust, smoke bomb. And then you're just left there. What? So you're walking.
It's not stealthy at all.
It's the dark and snowy night. There's a little bit of wind. The snow is falling. The crunch of the snow underneath your feet is about all you're hearing. And you're walking up. There's no light coming out from any of the windows or portals in this structure. But as you get closer, make me a notice check. Everyone. So everyone individually, make me a notice.
Dang. I'm noticey as hell. 9.
9.
The best at 6 if I have keen sense.
You do. So you hear it first as you're heading up. You hear like that. It's kind of like the calliope lullaby music.
Calliope, you mean like a music box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the right term, right?
It is.
Yeah. Like ding, 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 ding. And like you're starting to hear it faintly before even he picks it up. You're like, what are you talking about? But then you get up closer and you hear that it sounds like there's a music box or something playing inside this building. It's like faint, muffled. It's already quiet to begin with, but there's no other noise out here, so it's coming through.
I'm just kidding. Obscure.
The response to everything, obscure area.
Oh, you made me ink. That's I'm the fish from Finding Nemo, the octopus, but like for me, it's like ash and fire. I'm like, ninja dust, sort of. All right, so
do you like I've given you the knowledge? What do you?
Said it sounds like sounds of life, but not threatening. Like they're not expecting us, or whatever's in there is not smart enough to be quiet.
Well, I guess we just continue on up to
let's peek in the windows.
Yeah. The windows are not really windows. They're
what does that mean?
Yeah, shuttered. Like they've got metal shutters on the inside. Gotcha. They're not glass or anything like that. There's not curtains.
Well, this sounds silly, but it's just like when we went and talked to the black market merchant. Like, we're supposed to be here right now, so we could always knock on the door and see what the fuck's going on. We know our contact's name. Mm-hmm. They've given us a reason. We know the courier's name. Yeah. I'm hoping
you do have the courier's names. You have it's Blue, Blue, Risk, and Jammy.
Okay, cool. So we can ask the right questions of these people. We might as well give it a shot.
Is that one name?
Nope, that's 3 names. Blue, Risk, and Jammy.
Blue, Risk, Jammy.
But Jammy.
Like pajamas?
Yeah. Like Jammy Jam. It's like the East-West Bowl right there.
Blues
Blue, Risk, Jammy. Ohio State. So now Blue, Risk, and Jammy are the 3 people that are the couriers. So you have that knowledge, you have all that. Like, yeah, you can absolutely knock if you want to take that approach.
I'm down for that. No
reason to this place, like, they may have gotten through this. Like, they may have been. You saw no signs of foul play along the path up here, which is like the first leg of the journey. They could have gotten here, had their night stay, and gone on and gotten hijacked in the next part.
That's what I'm saying. But there's no reason to fight yet. There's no reason to jump in. Like I said, that music box doesn't sound like a trap. It really sounds like either someone is relaxed and not threatened at the moment, or is too dumb to be quiet. Is kind of an amateur about this, so there's no threat here.
Question is, do you want to knock? Do you want me to knock?
Let me knock, because you're a dog boy. And you'll be
you can.
So knock. Knock. I said knock.
Does someone want in? Does someone want in? No, that way you can have Shani and you back, like kind of at the ready, looking around while you're up front.
All right, so
you knock. Nothing answers you except for that
music
creepy
box.
Music box.
Jiggle the handle. I'll give the door a try.
You give the door a tug?
Yeah.
You give the knob a tug?
Give the knob a tug, you door knocker. Alright. It opens. So come with us. You guys come in. Yeah.
So you guys all kind of move up and like the door opens and what little light from the moon like comes into the room. It's like this place is super simple, like just, couple rooms, stone floor type of thing. But as the door swings open and you get to see into this main entryway, you see that there's 3 people like sitting back to back. So they're all like sitting in a circle essentially with their backs together to each other. And they're all just sitting there like this. And then there's a mobile floating above them. Just like little stars and moons.
When you say floating, you mean is it hanging from the ceiling? It's
floating. It's just floating. And it's like ding, 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 ding.
So these characters are knocked out Final Fantasy VII style.
Yeah. And it's like this mobile, like a children's mobile that should be hanging over a crib somewhere, floating above these 3 people that are just like...
Are any of these 3 people children?
No.
Okay, good. Don't want to deal with that anymore.
They are like... Each of them is in armor with gear. Like, you see, like, there's some packs around the room, like, where they've dropped stuff or something like that. But, like, One of them has a sword on their belt. Like, one of them has a gun. Like, they're like armed and normal people, fully dressed.
Yeah. Just
sitting here back to back.
Can I detect any arcana?
Yes.
Going on?
There is a minor smell of magic coming from one of them.
From one of these three people?
One of these three people.
But you don't... Does he smell anything? I guess you would have to ask that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There's also magic coming from the mobile.
Okay.
I was like...
I want to be like, ask the question I wanted you to ask right now. Which is
the mobile is putting out magic. It doesn't... It seems like it's... Like as you sit there and just like watch the spectacle, you can sense or like smell that it's fading. Like it's releasing its magic. So it's
almost like a charm, like it's being used.
It's charged, and the charge is fading as it's sitting there doing its thing.
Well, they don't think they're going anywhere. Why don't we clear the house? Let's look around real quick.
That is easy enough. There's not too many places. Like you turn flashlight or use your night vision and just sweep the house, and it's just these three dudes. Well, not all dudes, but these three people sitting in the middle of the main room. Nothing else in here except for their packs. Well, it seems to be their packs and their gear that they.
There's just like, packs and gear.
Yeah, like their stuff that they came in. Like you could even that pack belongs to this person. And this belongs to them.
That's Jamie's pack.
Right, Jammy Jam. If you inspect them closer, Jammy is obviously a juicer.
So these, do we have? So obviously these.
You have descriptions.
By description, these are the couriers.
There's a juicer there.
So by description, these are the couriers.
The Risk is a cyber mercenary, replacement arm and chest, replacement legs, replacement eyes. She is there, you see, this is the description of Risk, and Blue is this pointy-eared, human-looking, pretty much a half-elf from some fantasy world, with a sword, which is magic.
Is that the magic I detected off of him?
No, she herself is magic, and the sword is magic. But she is not potent.
Are they all three females?
No. Blue and Risk are. Jamie is not.
It's weird. From their names, I thought that
the other way around.
Jamie was the girl. Yeah.
Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
No, Jamie is not. Blue and Risk are. Well, in all honesty, it's really hard to tell if Blue's a girl or a guy. He is very feminine, androgynous, half elf. But
we're rescuing Tilda Swinton with a sword.
It's like the casting director for Lord of the Rings. It's like I just wanted to puke after so many times, just the lines of tall, blonde-haired, beautiful people. Just wanted to puke.
Is there a stick, a pole, a loose board, or something hanging about? Not hanging, but just around that I could pick up.
There's a broom.
There's a stick on the wall. You're
there's a broom and a rake and a couple other things in one of those.
Can I pick up a broom and swing at this mobile?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to do that.
Do it. Roll it. Roll me a fight, and I want to see how well you hit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what am I rolling?
Give me it.
The broom mobile fight. Here we go.
Give me
Round 1. You broom very well.
Oh, there's an 8 to start.
Yes.
Wow.
You 11.
11.
You knock all the dust off that magic mobile.
So you smash that thing down. It just crumples. I mean, it's just a mobile. It's just the cylinder in the middle with all these essentially sticks hanging off of it with the little dangly things. It just smash and crashes, and all the little moons and stars just scatter across the floor. And at that, Jammy, almost immediately is and he starts once the thing is knocked out and hits the ground. But they haven't come to yet. But it's the other two completely still out. Jammy reacts though.
He's probably juiced up.
Well, he's a juicer.
Oh.
Yeah, smash!
Caress him lightly with the broom. He is annoyed. Hey, Jamie. We're here to check on you. What's her head from...
He hasn't woken up yet.
He's...
he just started. Like, he just...
What was her name, though?
Verity.
Verity, that's right. Verity
Kincaid with a K.
With a K.
Don't need to remember her. We're never going to see her again.
We don't know that.
Just saying what my character would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he started awake or whatever. I guess we could try.
He started like you can
them
finish waking him up. But how do you do it, and who does it?
I think you should light a fire under his ass.
Yeah, that's friendly.
Yeah. Not figuratively.
I mean, is there a fireplace here?
Yep, there is.
So I'll start a fire in the fireplace at least to make it look friendly in here. I mean, because if you wake up and like we've started a fire, we're not going anywhere, we're not running anywhere, we're not being ridiculous. So I warm the place up a little bit with the fire, and then I think like try making some noises, like some.
How close are you to him?
Not that close.
Okay, like so you're standing away.
I would probably be like
everyone's like Shani has gone over and
here,
is standing by the fireplace, which is...
Can I stomp on the mobile parts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The magic, you smell the magic just like break out and disperse and is gone. Like,
I don't like that thing. I don't know what it's about.
Yeah. I do. It puts people to sleep.
It keeps people asleep or puts people to sleep, whichever. So Shani is over by the fireplace, which is across from Jamie. Jamie's kind of like facing the door a little bit. So you're in front of Jamie, like clapping your hands, all that, and you're stomping on the mobile. And he's like, his eyes just like, boom, like fully open, like way too open because it's a juicer. Like you can see the whites on the top of the pupils, crazy style. And he just leaps up, like almost Wayne style, just from the ground, from sitting on his butt, just
make sure your shoelaces are tight.
Yeah, gun. He's got a pistol in his hand. Just,
Whoa.
All right, nobody move. Wait. All right, who are you guys?
I would explain that Verity sent us.
Huh? Who?
Your contact in Breckville.
Huh?
Probably Blue's contact in Breckville.
Risk. Risk was the leader.
Oh, sorry, Risk. We were sent to look for the three of you. You had some sort of package you were supposed to deliver to Breckville a couple of days ago, and it hasn't shown up, so we're here to assess.
Who are you working for?
I just told you Verity Kincaid.
Want to chime in on this? No? No one?
Fiery aura.
All right. Sorry to have to save you the NPC, but Shawnee's like, we're working with the Red Star group.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because they don't know people.
No,
they know that they work for Red Star.
I forgot about that. Yes, that makes sense.
He goes,
so I don't get shot. Thank
show
you.
me your card.
Do we have a card?
Yeah, you have your credit cards which have the little red star.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you said that twice. Damn it.
Come on.
I know.
It's been a week.
I have to talk to him?
I know. Wait, I'm going to talk to the dragon? All right.
Do you think we're going to fight it?
Yeah, right. I did.
Good luck.
I was like, damn, like, first kids and now this fireproof dragon. Come on. Yeah.
So you show him the card. He's like, all right. He turns around and he wakes up Risk, who groggily gets up and, she gets a gun and like wakes up Blue. Blue looks around like, are you still stomping on the thing, or are you just over the wreck of the mobile?
As long as I've smashed all the pieces.
Yeah.
Point your gun at him, like, I don't trust you.
This
mobile ain't from around here.
Blue like stands up, looks over at the thing, looks up at you, looks back down at the thing, pulls out her sword, and like proceeds to cut one of the stars up. Like that's still sitting there, like the stars and the little moons overhead, like chink, 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 and then kind of like meekly steps back behind Risk and like puts her sword away. So Risk is like taking charge. Jamie is now just pacing, going in and out of rooms, going outside, running around in circles. He's got the zoomies because he's been
being all hyped up.
He's been out for a day. He's got the zoomies, so he's in and out.
His juicer stuff will regulate his sleep, but if he's been asleep for too long, it'll start pumping in extras. Like he'll be caffeinated as hell right now.
Like generally, for a juicer to go to sleep, they have to pump themselves full of chemicals just to sleep for a couple hours.
Yeah, it would be retroactively keeping him awake and asleep. The system should be doing that for him if he has money. Right.
If he's been magically induced to sleep over his normal 2 to 4 hours, he is fucked. So
he'll probably be sick in a few minutes too.
Like,
he's gonna have some anti-nausea pumped in too.
So
juicers are cool as fuck. I just don't want to play one because
they die. They die fast. Juicers are augmented humans that use chemicals to make themselves superhuman. There's several superhuman types in the game. There's the Borgs, the people that replace themselves with cybernetics. There's the juicers that pump themselves with chemicals, and then there's the crazies who put electromagnets deep into their brain to make it's called mind over matter. It's just literally they think themselves stronger and tougher.
Yeah.
So.
And generally, if you've been made well as a juicer, you should have auto-regulation through your armor that's pumping you with a chemical cocktail that's tailored for your abilities or what it is that you specifically want to do.
And it keeps you calm when you're not fighting, but you always kind of want to be fighting because you're always hyped a little bit. It has the sedation to put you to sleep.
Got any more of that juicer?
Yeah. And it's also got the ERMIS, the internal repair system, which will shoot nanobots into you to go repair your body. So they have super healing as well. But they also burn out in 3 to 5 years.
That's what I was saying when you were put the gun on me and no one had the right answer. I was like, fiery auras. This is almost worse than fighting the Side Stalker. Which I just barely got away with. Dude, that was pretty gnarly.
So, Risk is oh yeah, we got waylaid right here. We weren't in here 15 minutes before there was a knock at the door.
Did you recognize the people that came in?
Well, it would be hard not to. There was a glitter boy with them. And Blue's glitter girl, I think. It's term. They're glitter boys. That's just what they're called. Risk tries to come back. Blue's I'm pretty sure it was a girl. They had some other power armor jock with them. They were flying around above us. Didn't get a good look at them.
How many is them?
3 at least. The last was motioning at the mobile, a techno wizard, of course. Put us under. Took our truck. Drove off.
What kind of truck did you have?
Just a big flatbed hover truck.
Oh, fuck. I was going to say hover, so now we can't track it.
Oh, no. You can track it.
Was there a dick drawn on this mobile?
No, there was not. There was that little dicks on it.
3 stars, a spaceship, a penis, a rainbow. You're like, wait, is that a dick?
Risk pulls out this little...
He said it was on a pole.
Risk pulls out a little cylinder, and it's flashing red. It's we have a tracker in the truck.
Well, we're here to get the package back if we can. Are you guys good to travel?
I don't know what's going to happen to Jamie. He may not be good to travel. I'm not really prepared to fight a glitter girl.
That's not what I meant. Not sure about Jamie means that they think is he running out of his time?
No, it's just there's going to be bad side effects for how long he's been down.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's what we were just talking about earlier. Yeah. Okay, so they're not good. We can send them on their way because that was part of it, wasn't it? Was find out what happened to him, make sure they get there.
Yeah, if you can ask them to help you out and come with you, or you can just send them hey, go back to.
I wanted to ask them to come help us, but they're right. If they're just couriers with a glitter, if they're just couriers with a tweaked out guy, it might be time for them to just rest here until we get back. So I don't want to send them out in the snow. Jamie will make it, but the girls won't.
Oh, they'll be fine. I mean, they were set to travel in this weather,
Gotcha.
but they'd just be walking
fine.
back.
It's coming with us and possibly fighting in what I'm presuming is about to be a fight. That's a different story.
This is so Blue is a practitioner of magic and not a powerful one.
Yeah.
She's not a ley line walker. She's not a mystic.
You said that her
She's
smell
just
was non-potent, right?
She's just a minor magic user with a magic sword. Risk is a cybermerc, so parts of her are cybernetic. She's not a full conversion Borg. She's not carrying around a railgun. And then Jammy is, they're cool, but again, they're not in DC. They're not carrying around anything heavy.
Plus, we'll lose all of the money if we bring them and they're killed, and we don't bring the package.
Yeah. Right now, you've got 1,000. If you send them back to town, you got 2,000 more. So each of you have 3,000. So if you don't recover the package at that point, you're still in 3,000.
That's what I think we should do. We should tell him to go back because we were just talking about like Jamie's going to be really sick pretty soon and he's going to be useless.
Yeah, just tell them, head back to Wreckville. Whoever you got to contact, who you will be working for, let them know that they're...
Head back to the Red Star office then. Or stay here if you want.
The recon party found you guys, sent you back, and we're going after the package.
Yeah. Actually, don't stay here. Turn the fire off. Get the fuck out of here.
No, all right. You tell them that, and they... Yep.
They oblige.
Yes. Blue seems very, very relieved.
Yeah, they don't want anything to deal with what we're about to go face.
That is true. Do you guys want anything to do with what you're about to go face?
I'm turning into Tina Belcher. I'm like...
You wanna deal with a techno wizard and a glitter boy and another power armor?
At least. I don't want to, but
flying one at that.
We can walk. We can say the package is lost. We don't have to go after it.
Oh, I am so sorry. Did they tell you? I didn't tell you how much the value was.
Of.
You get 10% if you return it.
Oh, you did say that, yeah.
Right. It's 10,000 credits.
So we get $1,000 more if we bring it back.
No, you get 10,000. That's the 10%.
Oh, the 10% is
the 10% is 10,000.
Each, or to separate between the three of us?
The separate between.
Okay, that's still pretty good. That would bring the mission total up to 6,000 credits, which effectively doubles what I had in my pocket.
That's a big payday, but is it worth dealing with what you're going to go deal with? And it's also kind of weird for the glitter boy's stealing from the black market, but what were they carrying? It's kind of like, why aren't they fighting the coalition instead of couriers for the black market?
We might be able to find out the package is worth more than the money for it.
Well, 10%, that means that package is worth 100,000.
Yeah.
The problem is who you can offload it to.
If it turns out being a really neat gun that he can keep too.
Oh,
something
yeah,
like
sure.
that,
But
fireproof shoes, I need that really good.
Yeah.
Also,
So a bunch of fireproof Nikes.
We got to think about, we just got out here. Sure, we just rescued the couriers and everything, but if we go back right away,
Coalition's going to be
says
like, you're going to at least have to spend a couple days out here.
I was going to say, we have to do that anyway, because we have a fireplace here. We can stay here. I'm not saying that plan does not go right back if we ditch the package, but we have to decide if we really want to go for the package or not. Because I feel like, I don't want to say I'm scared of the glitter boy, but it's a pretty formidable opponent. We're strong, but that's pretty damn strong. We'd have to go scope it out and see what the plan was. So we know they took the truck, so at least one of them's on ground, so they're not like running. They're not flying away from us or whatever. We can give it a shot. Power armor, personally flying above, you said. So that's most likely a Samus of some sort, maybe.
Samus, a Titan, or there's one other type.
I'm inclined to go for it. We got nothing else going on.
we could at least track them and see what we're possibly dealing with, and then make the decision if we're not spotted.
Let's do that. Let's head out and track them down with the car tracker.
Okay. Brisk hands you the tracker. Says, "Good luck." Glad it's you and not me.
Thanks, Risk.
Yeah. You owe me so many steak fingers. I gotta quit saying steak fingers. That's
steak fingers. Did you have the steak fingers at Thursdays?
No.
They're the same ones that
I know, because is it ugly meat that they give to?
No, I was hoping it was that,
Yeah.
but no, it's the same ones that Lucky Wishbone get.
Oh, really? I know.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying they're like the same.
That's what I meant to say
like,
was, so Lucky Wishbone probably gets their meat from Deyton's. And
No, they just get it's frozen. Like, just bullshit. Whatever.
I'll make my own cocktail sauce.
So, you have the tracker. You want to just do a quick rest here and then push on through the night?
Let's at least finish. I don't know, do you want to finish the night out, or do you want to get right on it? Because we haven't done anything yet. We're still pretty...
Pitter patter.
I mean, we could stay here for the night and do it in the day. Like, again, we got time to kill, more or less.
Yeah, it's like... And if it gets away, it gets away. Like, almost like Shani's like, hey, But, yeah, if you just spend the rest of the night, take a 4-hour nap, start off in the dawn, and...
Sure, we'd love to possibly, like, go track down this thing, get this thing, come back with it, get this profit, or do whatever the hell we want to, but at the end of the day, we've done the main part of this job.
So you want to stay overnight is what you're
and we just have to, at this point, waste time until we go back. So we might as well just stay here for the night.
That's fine. And if we find out where it is and what's going on, we might be able to just to give that information too. Even if we didn't get the package back, we can at least explain where it was. All right, so let's do that. Let's call it a night.
All right. So the 6 of you spend the rest of the night there. They pretty much keep to themselves, but Jamie does start going into pretty much a withdrawal cycle because of how long he was down forcibly without the tranquilizers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he gets pretty sick. Blue tries to tend to him as best as possible. He'll probably be fine, but that probably shaved a year off his lifespan.
Yeah, right.
Poor guy.
Brings the total down to 6 instead of.
Oh, you got 2 more years left. Congratulations, buddy. So yeah, he's just like puking and pallid, and looks like he's going through heroin with withdrawals as his system tries to re-regulate everything that's going on with him. Morning arrives, or as my old GM used to say, morning comes. You clean it up and move on.
Right. Live fast and leave a beautiful corpse. That's what I always say. You should say something different.
So you head out, crack of dawn, start making your way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and you're homebound. No? Alright.
Heading towards this tracker.
It went down the pathway for a bit, and then it veered off, kind of going off-road, which you and Shani see obvious signs of the vehicle needing help. Like, it's a big truck, and you see where something moved or broke down trees. There was some digging into the ground and pushing or whatever to get it up. Your little ATVs are going just fine, just going over this terrain off into the forest. But they had some trouble with the truck, and it looks like that obviously stalled it. So it's not a huge surprise when about 3/4 of the day through, as you're just trucking after this thing, and that little blinky light telling you you're getting closer is just starting to speed up, that you hear something flying. You hear a rocket engine going off. That kind of echoey sound where you don't know where it is in the sky type thing, but somewhere above, in the air, very close to you, is a flying vehicle.
We should hide.
All right.
You're underneath tree cover, so you're doing all right for now.
We could maybe approach a little farther on foot if you want.
Yeah. Probably have to use stealth at this point if there's
Yeah, so we want to
A flying thing.
So we want to sneakily advance towards what we hope is the encampment of these thieves.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you keep going forward, you have track, right?
Yes.
What's it based off? Intelligence?
Smarts, yeah.
Go ahead and assist as she's roving out. Assist her in tracking.
Five.
Okay, so you estimate range. She kind of heads forward a bit. She'll get off. You listen to the sound of the jet. It lands and will go back up periodically. It takes still like another hour and a half till you get to the point where you think you're actually close to this thing, and the blinky is getting pretty fast. So about the time you're dropping off and you have to go into stealth mode. Everyone make me stealths. Aiding stealths to Shani. 4, 8, 9. That's a +2.
I've been sneaky this round.
Four.
That's a +1.
I feel like I'm wasting all my good rolls on sneak. It'll be like attack 2, 2, 1, 2. I'll be like, damn it.
All right. So you get up to a clearing, and you move up to the tree line. You see that you've come to a lake. It's a small pond or lake, frozen over, snow covered, but it's obvious that's what it is. Just too smooth and too in the middle of everything out here. You see the truck parked up in a little inlet kind of area of the pond. So you're on one side of the pond, like you'd have to go across the pond to get it or go around, but the pond stretches out that way as well, forest on all sides of it. You, plain as day, see the glitter boy sitting there, walking around. Obviously, it's being piloted at the moment. The truck is just parked, and that's when you see the Titan flying power armor making a pass over the lake.
You don't see anybody else.
Just those two.
The truck driver's gone someplace.
No, it looks like there's someone in the truck.
Okay.
That's not. Well, we can't see the glitter boy / girl entity thing.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, you're saying it's
sitting there.
It's clearly being
Oh,
piloted,
sorry,
like
I missed that. My bad.
No, it's moving around. I was like, what are you asking about?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's reflecting all of the light, and all of the light that's coming off the snow is reflecting off it again. Like, it's just bling. Boom gun retracted. Just massive silver power armor with that gun on its back. And it's just kind of like walking. It's kind of like leaned up against on top of the truck. Just leaning over, and it's moving. It might be talking to the person inside.
See the Titan thing.
The Titan flying power
see
armor.
someone in what looks like someone in the truck.
Right.
You're the tactician. I talked us to here. Now you got to figure out what we're going to do next. You and Shani are going to have to decide what that's going on. The good news is there's snow everywhere, so I can make huge baths of steam pretty easily.
You can also melt right through all that ice if you want to mess someone's world up out on the pond type of thing.
Yep. I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
All right.
It's sad, sorry.
A little breaky break as you figure out what's going on. Be right back. Any other questions about the setup?
I don't think so. They are actually standing on the pond?
No, they're on the bank.
Okay.
Looks like there might have been what used to be a dock where they're kind of standing, but it's frozen over and kind of partially collapsed into the water. There may have been a structure nearby, but it's nothing but rubble.
This seems like a tough choice to be like, yeah, we're gonna fight a glitter boy. And
Glitter boy, a techno wizard, and a power armor jock. So, as I was saying, there's what used to be a dock near where they're at. It's a little kind of inlet, but the dock is kind of collapsed in the water, so there's just like some wood sticking out above the ice. There may have been a structure like nearby, like a boathouse or something, but it's just rubble that's kind of raised in the snow. But they're in the deepest part of open area. So before you get onto the pond itself. So like there's a long ways to any tree line to where they're at. It's not like you can, get right up into the trees and get them or something like that. Not saying that you can't get into a place, a blind spot. There's only 3 of them in the, truck is parked in a certain way.
True.
But it's, like if pond is like whatever. They're pretty deep in there, and then the tree line is recessed from where they're at.
I think the best bet would be to try to get whatever's in the truck out without a fight. Like we could draw them away and then try to get in and get it and get gone.
You can see into the flatbed, and it looks like there's 3 cases about the size of this table.
Oh, so not like can't just pick it up and take it back.
Well, Shani could pick up one of them. But she'd be spending all of her points like carrying that thing. Well, if you get it back to the ATV, you could put one of them on the bed.
So what we really want to do is steal the truck then, at least to get it back to the ATVs. So I think I can make a distraction. I can set the forest on fire nearby, at least draw them in, but I don't know how much time that'll buy or how quickly I can get away. And
that's not even to say that they'd go to it.
Yeah,
they just may get in the truck and leave.
That's my plan, is distraction, but I don't know what you think.
Well, right now we would have technically the drop on them. Like we could...
You did the drop on a glitter boy. Like if you're thinking about attacking him, it's still going to be a glitter boy after its first round.
After you do all your damage, as much damage you can, its first round, the thing is still a glitter boy.
They're not on the ice?
No.
Yeah,
he was asking that.
I was like, I guess if we're really trying to avoid this fight, then we can try the distraction idea. Worst comes to worst, they get in the truck, they drive away, and we say screw it, and we just head back.
No. Shani's gonna throw this out there, because third voice, it's a glitter boy. They're normally kind of white knight hero types, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just talk to them?
This will be the third knock we've done. I'm like, oh, no.
I mean, there's probably bad glitter boys out there. I'm not saying that.
No, you're right. But I mean, whether the cargo is good or bad, we're
on the hook for it.
Paid to bring it back. Yeah.
Well, we're paid if we bring it back. Maybe we don't want to bring it back. Maybe it's better not in the hands of the black market.
What do you think about that?
Well, I kind of ask, what do you think about that? Because I'm not walking out and talking to them.
I know it's going to be me again.
All three of those great plans. Viable options. A distraction to try to steal it. If you're going to fight these people, if you think that's the way this is going to end, then getting the jump is the best bit you got. And then, what is talking? Like, what do you lose if you talk and then the fight breaks out? Besides,
the edge is what we lose.
Right. So all of them have their.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on how convinced are you that this ends in a fight. If you try to steal it, and they find anyway. That's a fight. That's a guaranteed fight. If you go into a fight fighting them, that's a guaranteed fight. Talking, you guys know how well you talk.
I've been doing okay tonight, actually. I can risk it and give them a talking to. My only problem with that plan is that if we talk to them, there's only two outcomes. Either they explain to us why they're going to keep it and not give it to us, or they fight us for it. That's the issue. I don't think that I'm going to be able to be like, you should just give it to us.
Give us back.
Who cares if you stole it?
Or they tell us what it is, and we realize, as Shani suggested,
they're either going to talk us out of it or fight us.
What happens if you kill these three people and you open that up and you're like, oh yeah, we really don't want this in the hands of the black market or whatever. I'm not sure what that would be. Like, what would it be in there that
people.
Children? Yeah.
It's just great full of children.
So that's the big question. Like, I'm gonna say right up here, this, in my head, this encounter was a little bit different because I thought for sure one of you would have asked what the cargo was.
Yeah, we didn't. We're not very smart about that.
It's not that you're not smart. It's and that's exactly what the black market wants. They want people that's not going to talk about what's in the boxes.
I was trying to be on their good side, and they bit me in the ass.
That's true. Because now I'm just like, what if we just blow the cargo up?
And no one gets it.
Nobody gets it. I'm down for either distracting or talking at this point.
Which would you prefer to do? Just walk up there, hey!
Hey! I don't know. We've done it twice today already. Knock on the door.
Glitter boy ammo is very expensive.
No,
so there's a good chance that they're not just going to blow you away at first sight.
No, I know. And it's a pretty big weapon. Like, even just hitting me as a human is going to be a little difficult for it. So I'm not super scared.
Do they move very well?
Yes, they're mobile flight at ground level, so they're...
Well, they don't have flight.
They can't rocket around? I thought they could drag.
No, they can run 60 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty fast and mobile, but to shoot that gun, which is the only weapon system it has...
They have to lock down.
They have to lock themselves into the ground. Mm-hmm. So it takes an action to do that. And then once they're locked, they only have a 180-degree field of fire. So they'd have to unlock to move in position to fight someone else.
For the Glitter Boy, especially the way that we're going to be fighting, if we fight it, it's not so much an issue of how dangerous it is to kill us, it's the longevity of its abilities. Like, we're going to have a tough time taking it down, is what's really going to...
those things are tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
Like, I'm strong, but I don't know if I can heat that thing up enough to make the driver eject.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Until the entire armor is melted, the environmental system inside that armor, no toxins, no heat, no cold, no nothing.
Glitter Boys are kind of like other things where they can stay in the system for up to 12 days, 12, 14 days.
Yep. Even has little muscle massagers to go through them and
basically
keep them...
sleeps in a sitting position. Like it adjusts contact points for sleep, but you can stand in the Glitter Boy for 12 days. And
that's notwithstanding. Yeah, the Glitter Boy is a big, scary gun. Mm-hmm. There's a flying, highly mobile power armor.
Well, I know that.
And you have no idea what gadgets are where with that Techno Wizard. What he's got on, what he's made already, what he has active.
So that's what I was saying. So if we do the distraction, it's only going to have one outcome. It's going to distract the Glitter Boy and the Titan away from the truck so we can get the truck. we get the truck back to the quad, we can unload it, then we can hightail it out of there. We're going to get chased.
Oh, you can't get all 3 crates on the quad.
No, so we have to take the truck back too.
We already
know it's
you have
to
take the truck.
Yeah, fuck. Let's go talk to him. Damn it.
yeah. You have to get away with that truck.
Yeah. All right, let's go talk to him.
I mean, there would be a weird get him to walk away from it. If you could get that stuff out onto the ice, melt the ice, and sink it all, the glitter boy technically could go down there and drag the stuff out, but you don't know how they'd keep going without the truck.
Yeah.
And then you could...
But the truck's not on the ice.
Yeah.
We'd have to trick them to get it on there. Well, we could distract them and push it in. Yeah, that's one way. Could just now nobody gets it, but we know where it is.
But you get to go back and take it over the next couple of days,
or let Red Star know where it is. They can go get it.
Yeah. But I mean, that's also assuming the glitter boy could at least carry one of those things. The Techno Wizard might be able to make something to take the other 2.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that stupid Techno motherfucker.
So there's a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot to think about. There's a lot of ways you can take this. But, I mean, maybe you want to go up and see what the situation is.
The only reason I also think maybe talking to them won't be that bad. I know that's on you, but
this is just your death.
They didn't kill Blue, Risk, and Jammy. Granted, I don't know how long they would have been stuck there.
We knew it was wearing out, so
it was only wasn't much magic left in that mobile.
So they don't seem like they're necessarily
gunning for a fight.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go approach them and see if I can't figure out what's going on. Do you want me to tell them who we are and what we're doing here, and then we're trying to get it back, or do we just act like we're wayward wanderers and we're like, oh, I'm just curious.
Do we want to act like? How many of us want to go out there? How about we not mention other people?
Yeah.
How about you just go out there by yourself?
What am I doing out in the wilderness alone? Days from civilization with no equipment.
Maybe
I can't drive a quad down there. I don't know how to drive it, so.
Or you put it in neutral and roll you.
You could tell them you're a dragon. And throw some fire to make it look real.
Kill the headlights and put it in neutral. Shove it down the hill and be like, oh, I can't get the quad started. They're like, we'll start it for you. And I'm like, now what? I guess. Thanks for starting it.
Shani's like, we can go up.
Yeah.
Because if I drive you down there and we talk to them like we're out here,
it's true.
If something bad happens, I can fly you out of there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
While you obscure area, and then he can cover our tracks with shooting from the forest line.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was so. What are we going to tell them though? Like, we can just walk up and be like, "Hey, I think that's our cargo," or do we just be like, "Hey, what you got in the box?"
I almost
what's in the box?
She says well, I'm not a big liar, so I think the only way it's too convenient. You're right. It's too convenient that we tracked them. Found them out in the middle of nowhere.
We would have to show up and be like, "Hey, we're looking for this dude."
Yeah, we got hired to go find this.
Yeah,
and ask them what happened, why they did what they did.
Yeah,
I don't know where to go from there.
I don't either. But it makes more sense than trying to steal it from this area where the truck is already having a hard time getting it as far as it's gotten. We're never going to escape unless we take out both armors, and then we still have the Techno Wizard to deal with after that.
Yeah, I can keep an eye on you guys with my new.
So we are talking
variable light.
Okay.
Variable light
frequency rifle.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go down there.
That is a sniper rifle.
Let's go down there and ask him what's going on. You cover us.
It's actually it is a DMR, designated marksman rifle. So it's essentially a long range precision.
2 points of range or darkness.
Yeah.
Ignores any laser resistance? Yes. What the fuck?
Right. That thing will do full damage to the glitter boy. Yeah. It doesn't care what that...
Maybe we should fight it. I didn't know you had that going.
But that would be first shot and then...
Hold on. Just to look at that. For that thing to do MD damage, because it ignores its laser resistance.
10 shots.
It uses 10 shots a shot.
Which means you would only have...
Also, its rate of fire is 3. Does that mean all 30 shots would be used in one?
Oh, it goes single shot when you do the MD.
Okay, that's why I was like, well, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, rate of fire means...
Yeah.
So you would have to shoot 10 of your shots as one shot.
Correct. And the magazine only holds 60? So it's like 6 shots at that?
I have 30.
30? Okay, 3 shots at that.
So I have 30 shots.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that,
Yeah,
if I
okay.
initiated with that,
Like you
glitter
can,
boy,
like if you get a
better
lucky
hit.
roll, you can like
cripple it, but...
you MD it up, snipe it. Like you can, if you want to go crazy, and like you can try to get its ammo feed, so it only have whatever shots are already loaded into the gun. You could go for a headshot. I mean, you could try to just kill the person outright.
I think we decided we were going to talk to
I mean,
But
that's
but
also,
you may still have to end up a
say,
fight.
I didn't realize you had this. This changes a little. I didn't read all the specs on it. He's right. If you roll a good thing, spend some pennies, and get in there, you might be able to take this thing out in one shot if you hit its head just right. You've got the gun, you've got the skill.
Is that what you prefer instead of talking to them?
I don't have a preference because I'm going to end up having to talk to this thing. But
I mean, regardless, I still might have to shoot this thing. So
Yeah, that still could be an option. Like
yeah,
you could give a signal. Like you're on radios, so
true.
you can call a signle word. Like
light this fucker up. Yeah, let's go
nice
talk to it
hat
first.
or whatever.
still
So
have
let's
it.
try the talking
Yeah.
because they don't seem necessarily violent.
and you can spend all your time aiming.
Yeah.
So
right, let's do it.
aiming like spend turn after turn, just zoning in on that glitter boy.
What do you do this turn? I aim better.
Obscure area. I missed my shot.
Yep.
Now I can't see shit.
All right,
Thanks.
Let's go down and talk to it. Let's see what's going on.
All right, so you two walk back to the quads, and she jumps on the small quad and has you just grab on. She doesn't want to drive up the big one. So you fire that thing up, and she's not trying to be quiet. She just drives down. You see, like almost immediately when that engine starts coming up, like it's not even an engine. Like the quads are really quiet, but almost immediately, the glitter boy is like, whoosh, like hears it, detected it. It's got a sensor suite. The Titan had landed, but you see a quick exchange between them, and the Titan takes off and starts heading over there. The glitter boy stands in front of the truck and is facing the direction you guys are coming from. So,
Did he lock
in? Did not.
Okay.
So, not locked in yet, but facing that direction.
I was going to say, firing that gun is a 2-turn thing. It's pretty crazy.
You can try to do the slam and shoot, but it's a -2 to the shooting.
They have to do something to limit the power on it, because if you just pick a glitter boy as your OCC, then it's like you can't just walk around and blast everything to pieces every single time.
And that ammo is expensive.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's pretty cost prohibitive.
So, you hear the Titan fly over you. Obviously, it's going to have some sensors in that.
Yeah, we probably saw it too.
Like through the trees, you just. It starts kind of like circling around you guys. Fairly obvious. And you break the tree line and head out to the water, and the Titan stays behind you and just keeps like circling like figure eights. So it's behind you looking down from its side. So it's essentially over top of where you're at, flying around. Do you drive down and like, do you want to just direct drive, or do you want to like act surprised that you find these people? Like,
no, like I said, we're not going to lie about it. We're going to tell them what we're doing here. So we'll drive up to a kind of a safe distance and then get out, and I'll walk the rest of the way over to it.
Yeah, when you get fairly close, pretty much to the point where you're going to stop anyway, the voice amplification goes off, and you hear a woman's voice saying, "That's far enough."
Yeah, that makes sense. I get off. I clean it up, and then I move forward.
Okay. So Shani's like, "You want me to come with you, or you want me to stay on the quad?"
stay on the quad.
All right. So she sits on the quad and like just starts grabbing back on her shoulders where her wings are.
Mm-hmm. So I'll walk up, not too close. I mean, he can hear me too, or she can hear me as well. So I'll walk closer.
You hear as you're walking up, it's facing you, but the glitter boy is like looking around now, like looking at tree line, looking other places. You've had enough time to like dig in, so you don't think you've been detected, but it's definitely like scanning the tree line, looking behind it. But as you're walking up, you hear the truck door close. Mm-hmm. And then from around the glitter boy, the Techno Wizard comes out. And he's this kind of swashbuckling looking dude. Blue, long trench coat, all flared out. He's got gray hair, but aged well, kind of like the wizard style, very Doctor Strange-ish looking. Of course, just covered in, like, he's got something on his wrist. He's got something on his shoulder. It looks like a pauldron. It's glowing and winking and made out of brass or gold. A crazy looking gun and a leather holster on his side. Just, he's decked out in gadgets.
So it's like a steampunk carnival barker.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He looks like, steampunk Doctor Strange, but with blue. I guess Doctor Strange is blue. But yeah, he comes around and says, well, kind of fortuitous meeting out here in the middle of nowhere. What you doing there, traveler?
We were tracking you down.
Brings up a monocle, like looks at you. Ooh, Burster.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Tracking us down, you say? Well, you got an army with you? You
no, just
fixing to
just my partner and I.
Waylay us?
Yeah, no, just my partner and I. We were looking for some cargo that should have been in Wreckville a couple of days ago.
It should have been somewhere else.
Oh,
it was leaving Wreckville.
Sorry, we should have left where we were. Okay, so anyway, we're looking for some cargo that's missing.
Oh. You found it.
Can we have it back?
Oh. Since you asked so nicely and polite, you use the magic word and everything. Rose, what do you think? What do you think, Rose? Yeah. We're going to have to go with no. No, yeah. Just a big solid no from us on this side.
That's a bummer. So what is it anyway? I'm just kidding. I wouldn't start there. No, I probably wouldn't start there. No, I'd probably be like, so why did you take it in the first place?
Well, it belongs to the people.
What people does it belong to?
Everyone. Not behind a paywall. Come on. Black market with their...
You've got 800 copies of Battlefield 2 in there.
Right. Battlefront 2. Yeah. And it belongs to everyone. It shouldn't be bought and sold just to the highest bidders.
Well, what is it anyway?
Oh, they didn't tell you?
No, just to come and get it.
Surprised about that.
Well, I didn't actually ask. But now that we're here...
It's amazing how many people don't ask.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, I'll show you.
Okay.
Hop on up. He climbs up onto the back of the truck.
All right, I'll get up on the back of the truck.
Right. He pulls out like an old bit and barrel key and puts it up to the like the code locks, and it just deep, and the thing opens. Techno Wizards are so cool.
I didn't use mine very well. I know I could have done a lot more with it.
Pops the two little latches and throws open this big, it's a trunk. Like, it is huge. Just throws it open, and there, saran wrapped in big ass bundles, are just books. Reams and reams of books. Yep, this is what they wanted to sell to people. This is what they want to keep from everyone.
What kind of books are these?
Geography books, history, a couple Aaron Tarns in here.
These are general knowledge books then. This isn't specifics to something.
Oh, there's some magic books in here for the latent practitioner. A couple treatises on psionics. There might be something about bursters rummaging around in here.
Oh, I know all about those. And you say that they were going to sell these?
Like, what else would they do? They didn't tell you the value of them?
Well, what are you going to do with them? I know the value of them. That part I do know.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with them? You're just going to go willy-nilly distribute and not take anything for yourself?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because this is enemy numero uno of the Big C.
Damn it. He
There's
knows Chloe.
knows Chloe.
What?
He knows Chloe.
He knows my Aunt Chloe, yeah.
He knows my Aunt Chloe. I want to write that down. Aunt Chloe.
Aunt Chloe.
There's a reason that number one on their hit list is a librarian. And that's because the more of these are out there, the less power they got.
Well, I'm sure you can understand that I hate leaving empty-handed. I don't want to rob these books, but I don't know. I'm in agreement. It's anything that hurts the coalition I'm kind of on board with, but I also don't want to make nothing out of this. I know we made a couple grand or whatever, but I don't want to steal these books.
That's fine.
All right.
I thought you were saying that to him. I was like,
No,
are you really saying
I'm
like?
you. No. Yeah, I don't want to leave empty-handed. Then I shake my fingers. No, I'm not
Yeah.
doing. I didn't really do that. Yeah. No, sorry. That's why I'm
He
addressing
pulls out
you.
his
I
frostbite
don't
gun
know.
and puts one to
I
you.
was like, really? This seems very peaceful. Why are we gonna ignite
No.
now?
Oh, nobody gets it. Run! I'm scared, area.
Inked.
Damn it. What do you want to do? You just want to walk away?
I mean, if you feel confident that he's telling the truth, I don't see why we don't need to pick a fight.
I mean,
Why don't you give me one of these burster books, and we'll just call it even.
you make me a persuasion.
Really?
Let's see how friendly. What level of relationship you've built with this conversation?
In no time at all. 5. Bam. No. Boots.
It's like, no fooling. You'll take one book, walk away.
You know, we're no friends of the coalition as well. Actually, in fact, we're doing this to kill time to avoid some coalition contact. You know, I am for the people, I am against the coalition, but I hate leaving empty-handed. I think it might be fun to read a little bit about my bursting self, if you don't mind. That might be kind of fun. You mind if I dig through here, maybe find a couple other books that might aid us and call it quits? I can forget we ever saw each other.
And this was just a job for a little extra credits. We don't.
Yeah, like I could probably, I could take a second and explain who we are, what we're doing. Like we were looking around, that we're not necessarily working for Red Star. We're independent contractors, and we don't have to take this away as part of our contract. There's no life, no loss kind of thing on this.
Like, well, I didn't take stock personally on these, and they're still saran wraps. How about we take a little gamble?
What kind of gamble are you thinking about?
You pointed a book in the stacks, and I give it to you.
All right.
And again, it's like they're saran wraps, so you can't really say
Yeah.
what's anything of anything.
And my clairvoyance won't do anything about that. Can't protect my sense or spirit or anything like that. Can't freeze time or anything like that. Obscure area. Look, I'm just kidding. All right. Can you give me a hint? He hasn't taken stock.
He doesn't know what's in here either.
Fuck. All right.
I mean, he has an idea of everything that's in there. He doesn't know where everything is.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Just pick.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of a way to better my odds, but then I guess I can't come up with anything. So yeah, all right, that's a deal. I'll take that one.
All right. So he pulls out a little like utility knife and cuts the saran wrap. Pulls out the book.
It's a dinosaur coloring book.
I'm assuming you're not putting out like a little
No,
back.
I'm
like
pointing.
You're putting out a big, thick.
I don't want to go for something like that, but
are you going for like tome, or are you going for like?
I'm going for something that looks to me like a text, like something
point up here on the library. What do you? what level?
That makes good sense.
Like what?
Something
How
like
big?
that. Like something bound,
Yeah.
but probably like this size. Yeah, this is actually probably a pretty good idea.
Like something like that.
Like this book. Yeah.
All right. Dark Heresy. So a leather-bound, thick, not ridiculously oversized, but
What's
a
the
pretty
one with the chains on it?
No, I don't want that book.
So
I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah, you can't see it.
You
Yeah.
pointed the book.
This one.
That one. Death Watch.
Yeah. Right.
Metal magnet with the key. So he cuts it open, pulls out the book, hands it to you. Says, you can read that thing, right?
I probably can. I speak quite a few languages, right? So can I look at it? Can I tell if I read it or not?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's readable to you. It's in.
So if I couldn't read
English.
it, I would be like, oh, I'm different.
Yeah,
I can read this. So yes, I can read it. What is it anyway? Can I?
I'll tell you later.
Okay,
cool. I'll come up with that later.
Cool.
But
I got it. So I'll take this book.
he
All right. So
slams it back shut, touches the key to it, relocks it.
sorry for the inconvenience. I'll shake the guy's hand if you'll have it.
Did you find the people we left behind? They're all right?
They're fine. We woke him up a little early. The juicer's a little sick, but I think that's to be expected. I think you guys probably knew that was coming up. Kudos to you guys for putting that on a timer too and not killing him outright. That's kind of why we decided to come down and talk to you instead of getting at it.
Well, good for you.
Where are you guys headed?
Might want to just cut while you're ahead.
Fine.
So. But if we run into each other again, I hope it's just as cordial.
That sounds good to me, so we'll call it that and move away.
You walk back to the quad.
Let's head back to that house and spend another night since we're supposed to be killing some time anyway.
Okay. You head back to the tree line. They pick you back up.
That is not how I thought our encounter with the glitter boy was going to go down. As soon as you said glitter boy, I'm like, stop. Stop with the fucking glitter boy. Anytime we talk about riffs, he's like, oh, glitter boys.
No,
Stop.
I really don't care about glitter boys that much, but they're an iconic thing.
No,
and I'm
totally.
like, if I was gonna put the fear of riffs in you, that's the thing to use, I guess.
Totally. It's like going to Disneyland and being like, I don't like Mickey Mouse. You're
Right.
going to see a lot of him because you're at Disneyland, right?
It's like, you faced a dragon, talked to it, got away. You faced a glitter boy, you talk to it. I mean, they're not generally glitter boys are the good guys.
Yeah.
I mean, when you tell like what happened to like Shani, she's like, yeah, they still robbed someone. I mean, that's not. It's not really the good guys. Commerce still has to happen.
It's true.
I mean,
I don't think it's too late now.
But yeah, like
I
I don't know if they would have saw that.
Like, I didn't want to deal with. I was like, man, this guy is just a badger in a cape. I was like, god damn it, I don't want to deal with it. You want to gamble, and I was like, nice hat. Just shoot that one dude. Pew.
And it's like you ask for a book, he give you a book, like, and it's like they come on like the encounter starts uncooperative. These people don't.
No, absolutely. We did.
So you did you actually succeeded. You rolled a 5. He got a 4. So
I mean, persuasion looked great, but like 5 is a pretty good persuasion roll.
Right.
It's not a bad deal. So.
All
right, so we'll go back to the.
You drive back to the rest stop.
Also, fuck you for shuffling those cards the whole time I was talking to that guy. I was like, stop it! Like, I
know. I was thinking the same thing.
Let's
I was
do a
like,
wager.
I don't know that you have a choice.
Stupid wager is this going to be? Pick a card, yay! 2 of spades again.
So you guys are heading back to the rest stop, and you hear.
Did it come from where we were or where we're going?
Yep, where you were from.
That sounds like that was Glitter Boy Fire. I don't know. Can I tell what it was? Is it getting closer?
Nope.
You're the sounds expert.
What does this sound like? I don't.
It's something big exploding back from where you came from.
Like the way we're heading back, like to the safe house, or where we left
Where
with
you
the
left.
trucks and the books and stuff?
Yes.
How far away are we?
Like, just 10 minutes.
You wanna go back and check it out?
Let's turn around and go back.
They were nice to us, so we nice to them. Let's go at least look.
Okay.
Because if worst comes to worst, they get killed. We take the books anyway.
We fight whatever else is there.
Oh, look, it's 2 dudes with cap guns. We'll take it. Yeah, let's go check it out. Let's go back and look at it.
You hear the boom gun go off about 6 more times on the way back.
Jesus.
I think we didn't fight that thing and had at least 6 shots. No, 8 shots.
Yeah.
Right, or 9.
9. About 9.
Booms you did.
9 shots. You head back. You see the glitter boy is out on the lake picking up the Titan. Titan seems injured. There's smoke and fire and like holes in the tree line on the far side of the lake, and you see dead bodies of dead boys. You see coalition forces on that side, or what's remnants of coalition forces.
Yeah.
There's nothing active. There's no active shooters, but the Techno Wizard is in the truck, or at the truck. It looks like he's got some device in his hand that he's doing something with. And the Glitter Boy and the Titan are both out on the water.
Yeah. I think we should go towards the tree line where the fire shots were happening and see if there's anything else still lurking.
Like where the shots hit?
Yeah, like where the wasted dead boys are and the tree line behind it. We should go through the tree line back into that. Kind of cut them off and see what we can look at.
Shani looks over and says,
Don't do that.
well, no, she's just like, it's not... I'm all for going over and seeing about the coalition.
Mm-hmm.
All about that. But we could also drop that Titan and that Glitter Boy right now. You could melt the ice.
I could do that. I saw that when they were on the ice. We're not bad guys. We're not bad guys. Let's go see if they need help.
So
So
to the tree
you head
line
off to the tree line where the fighting was.
See if there's
All right.
some
See if
straggling
there's- yeah.
coalitions left over.
So you head over there, and you obviously see that there was signs of a quick entrenchment. Like this was a group moved up, like kind of dug in, tried to fight that group, and then retreated. Make me a tracking roll to see if you can figure out how many.
Let's track that shit.
9.
9.
Plus
Plus
keen
the
senses.
2.
So 11.
11.
You track that shit.
And you track the hell of them. So about 16 to 20 moved up, it seems. But it looks like 14 are leaving. 14 have fled the area.
I don't know if I can take out 14.
They're not together. They've scattered.
Oh, okay.
That's like one thing. It was a panicked retreat. Actually, they're 13, 14. It's up there. But you notice that most of it was coalition grunts. There was an APC. There isn't anymore. It got a hole through it from a boom gun. But there's at least a couple dog boys.
We can either follow that or we can go back to the ice and see if we can't aid them in their escape. They're trying to get out.
Yeah, you want to hunt down the coalition or go back and see to the people?
I'm all for either one of those. I like melting dead boys. This one's not necessarily talking, so you come up with something.
This is tactics. Do you try to hunt and cut down a panicked fleeing force? Or do you go back and reinforce the fortified position that you have with allies? Allies.
It's like that's the part that gets me. I kind of just want to go after some of these dead boys
Right,
and a couple dog boys, I guess.
let's do it. They're going to smell me and Shani coming.
If the dog boys will know that something's chasing them. Magical. And if there's dog boys, there's a good chance that there was a Psy Stalker involved in this.
Which could be dead for all we know.
Could be one of those bodies.
If we run into Psy Stalker, you get to fight it this time.
I say that I'm honestly like, as much as I want to be like, yeah, let's go help these guys out and show them like, hey, like we're not a threat.
Well, this will help them too if we
I
press
know,
them.
and I don't want to show up them and they be like, oh, like one, if they see me, be like, well, you didn't tell us you had a third, so then we really look like a liar. Two, I'm still kind of in Coalition armor. They'll be like, oh, you guys let the Coalition know where we were at. And that's when you were just stalling.
You don't have to go back to help. I can go.
Well, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm more about.
All right, let's do that then. Let's track them down.
Hunt down
Chase them
Coalition.
down. All right. I mean, with the 9 tracking, and they're not like hiding their tracks, and it's in snow, it's fresh. It's super easy to come up on one of these. So, gotta ask: are you specifically going after a group that has dog boy tracks, or that doesn't?
I think doesn't.
Okay,
it's fine.
Better for all of them. All right, you.
I was about to say something. I would be like, one less dog boy is good.
Oh,
right. Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Awkward. This is awkward.
Awkward. Got it.
Oh, it's so nice not having any school or work or anything.
You head through the forest. You see that there's like a lot of they were flat out running, and then there started to be like a resurgence. Like they started to come together again, and then the gait and the erraticness of it slowed down. And so as you move forward, you realize you're coming up on what is now they have fled. They knew that they weren't getting chased anymore, so they entrenched. So you got anywhere from 6 to 9
that's better
dead boys that have now found a place to stop running and regroup.
Let's flank them. I don't know, it just sounded like tactics.
Tactics!
Let's tactically attack them. I call it a tacticking.
So, how are you approaching this entrenchment?
Like, are we close enough that we can see? Like,
You can see motion and movement through the forest.
So how exactly are they entrenched? Like, do they dig a little, like...
No, it's not like a trench. It means that they've found cover.
No, they did.
Well, just
like
like
some of them,
trees
some
and
of them
stuff.
dug out some areas and like put some stuff up. They found a small, like just kind of open clearing of the trees where there's a fallen tree. They've gotten behind that, and where there's other, trees and stumps around this area, they've like literally took out their trenching tools, just a quick 2-3 minute carve to get in. So they are set up so anything coming from where that lake or the pond is, they're going to face a lot of cover. But they also have decent cover from really anywhere.
Okay. I was going to say, we should at least try to, as was said about tactics, go from a flank. Not necessarily come where they're expecting.
So they haven't noticed us yet.
They are fully aware that they're
alert. Yeah.
They're alert, so you're not gonna really get a jump on them. You gotta tell me which ways you're coming in at them, and then we kind of see how it goes.
So why do you want to do the same thing? Do you want to do the same thing that we did last time? Do you want to hunker down and then Shani and I'll go around the side? Because I can light stuff up and cause a big distraction, make some things crazy, and Shani can attack
you two go to one side, I go to the other, sort of deal.
Or even it would make more sense. You kind of go off on one side and the other side. Separate the party like I like to do.
Right, but at least it's a single combat. You can try to
we're still going to be within viewing range more or less.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Let's do that. Let's go around.
All right, so you break off left, and you and Shani break off right.
So you should wait. Don't start the attack unless you draw your card first or whatever. you can pass if you get higher than me. Never mind.
You
I was
can
gonna say,
hold.
yeah, you should let me start it because if I really fire the place up, then they'll all kind of look at me and then you can fire away.
Mm-hmm.
5 of spades.
It's not usually, that's not a good ambush card.
No, it is not. Queen of hearts and 3 of spades.
Queen of hearts is pretty
Hey,
good.
Yeah.
there's that queen though.
10 of clubs for Shani.
Oh, looky.
And a queen of spades for them. So as you guys separate and are
So you
heading
have to
around
start
and moving up into position, they start like motion, and open fire into the forest on both sides.
Wait, spades goes before hearts?
Always.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, spades, hearts.
Oh, that's right. Spades.
Diamonds,
I'm
clubs.
thinking, for me, I'm thinking clubs. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're saying spades and I'm saying spades. And I'm still thinking
Yeah,
clubs.
yeah. So
They straight up like already.
they
see
just
us and-
they saw motion. They're panicked. There's a lot of eyes. There's just too many eyes to totally stealth from.
Well, I would say as soon as they said motion, I would turn my fiery aura on. Now that they know where I'm at anyway, so I might as well be armored when I get
So to tell you, like, there is an option with that. If you turn your fire aura on, they know exactly where to shoot. Right now they're kind of firing blind in the tree line. So the question is, do you want to make yourself harder to hit or harder to damage?
I think that I would probably be scared. This is kind of how I do my thing. I would probably turn my armor on. That's what Iggy would do.
Makes sense.
As soon as someone's like, "Mom, oh, you guys made me ink." You know, that happens again. Obscure area. No, don't do that.
And I really need to get more dice over here. Have a couple d8s.
You got 2.
That's enough. Oh, that's where the other d8 was.
I don't like the GM touching my dice.
Your dice rolled very well. Wait, which one was yours?
Purple,
Purple?
yeah.
No, your dice sucked. Your dice rolled very well.
Those are my dice for me.
So 8, 16, 18. So I had an 18 and a 12. Both of those are hits. 12 is -4, -6. It's not a raise. So one with a raise, one without.
And what type of weapon is it they're firing?
Laser, so it's going to be half.
Yeah, that's what it always is. That's why I'm like, do you want to be harder to kill? I'm like, yeah, with the fucking fiery aura on.
I will need one of them still.
Yeah, leave him the shit one.
Let me check.
Good.
Purple toxic dice belong to me.
3, 6. So this is against the first one without the extra damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So 4.
5. You have 11 armor. Like
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Nothing.
Yeah.
The second shot with the bonus die. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
That's a 9.
9.
Still
Still.
doesn't
Oh,
do it.
hold on. AP2. So that puts your 11 to 9.
So 9 and 9, so it's even.
So it's even. I'm pretty sure defense wins. But let me do a quick roll check.
You don't check it.
Just go with it. Just go with it.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I mean, because the other way is I think it might also be that's the target number to shake you.
Yeah. That makes sense to like knock you down.
Right. Game rules.
I know if it was. I think it was me shooting because of my killer instinct, I would win on a tie.
You win on a tie for any contested rolls. And the target number to hit an opponent is equal to their parry score. So that's the parry or the hit roll. So that's to hit. They've already hit you. Now I need to find damage. The damage of the attack is compared to the victim's toughness, just like a trait roll. With a success, the character is shaken. Come on. Tell me what a trait roll is. It's getting real close to me just saying that they have to beat it.
Or he should roll for
it. You should not make me roll for it.
Choose a die type. You get half or greater, you're good. You get
D24. I'm going to roll a D2. It's greater than half. I will.
In a tie, the two foes continue the struggle with no clear victor.
So nothing.
Nothing. No. Yep. I'm going to call it nothing.
Right.
They have to beat it.
Cool.
Alright, so yeah, but that one seared a bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so
pretty colors.
blast going into Shani, who immediately armors up as well. Damn. My dice are on fire! That's an 8, 16.
I don't like NPC rerolls. I'm like, quit fucking rolling extra
7,
dice.
18, 19 minus 8, 16, 19 minus 6 is 13. It's still a raise. So, a bonus. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Not including the bonus die yet, which is a 6. 18, 24. Ah.
Bad luck.
24, 28 to Shani.
Damn.
That's not going to end well for her. She's going to have to spend a bit to soak.
I think there's something to how he rolls in his little box there. I think that's what it is.
Gives me an advantage. I'm back. All right.
Welcome back.
28. Her armor is...
That was my fear of what just happened to Shani.
It's 5, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Her armor was 10. Got a 28. That's 18 over.
Damn.
He's so fucked.
Yeah. She's going to spend a penny to soak.
She better get this. If not, it's just you and me, bro.
Yeah, right. That's pretty gnarly.
6, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so that's 4, 8, 12.
So
That's soaked 3 wounds. She took 18 damage, which is 4, 8, 12, 16. So she still took a wound. Yeah, just the blast goes straight through, catches her in the thigh.
Like, hit her right in between the eyes. It was like, bam, yeah.
She stumbles. No. Now you.
I'm not gonna hold my action.
No, that's not
No. At you.
Oh, that mean.
You think you're gonna not get shot?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
We're probably about halfway through.
That's miss. So, the tactical one over there. 1, 2, 7. I'm gonna be needing another D8. Is there a... Where's the bucket? Right there. Yep. Shitty. It's one of the old gym dice. Ooh. Wow, it's green, so it's coming through as blacked out.
Oh, yeah.
So
Magic dice.
It's magic dice. That's cool.
Now
How did my rest of mine... Yeah, that one kind of blacks out. Yes, now it is your turn. You hear someone calling orders. There is an officer in their midst.
Can I
Can you tell who the officer is?
Yeah.
You have to make a passive notice check. But yes, you can try to identify where the officer is.
By a passive notice check, you mean just do a notice check?
Just do a notice check. It's not going to affect any other action you take.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Nope, I didn't tell.
All right. There's just you're
You
not
rolled
the tree
double
line
ones.
yet.
Who's the captain?
Did you roll double ones?
No,
No, I
okay.
did not.
it didn't. That's just
Close,
funny.
but did not
I
quite
had a
do
1
that.
and a 2.
I had to get that roll out of the way.
Yes. Good thing you did that first. So you're coming up on flank. What do you want to do? Hit some cover, hit a tree, and start opening fire? Do you want to launch a grenade?
I mean, the cover tree.
Obvious. You don't want to just.
You got some.
Hey everybody, I'm Rambo.
So you got some new grenades. You got.
But I can see generally where they're
I'm
at.
a German Shepherd named Rambo now.
I can generally see, or at least where a group of them is at, right?
Yes.
Might as well shoot a grenade into.
All right. Roll.
What type of grenade are you shooting?
Yeah. What type of grenade? What size?
Frag, high energy.
I do have 15
Frags.
frags.
You have 15 frags? Shoot 2 frags in there.
And they do have a large blast, it's just they won't do as much damage, and they don't have AP, but still doing damage might be good enough. Let's shoot a frag in there.
All right.
I need to roll anything yet?
Yeah, shooting.
Am I shooting? Let's see, you rolled my red one and got a good roll with the red one. Let's take that.
So it's getting dark out now, so -2 from light penalties, but it has the night vision
Yeah, the gun has
scoop.
it offset 2 points, so there shouldn't be any darkness.
So
penalty.
no darkness penalty. Other than that, you just have a -2 cover penalty. So
Because they're in cover.
they're in cover.
I was like, yeah, reroll. Oh, 6. So
6.
6 after the -2.
4.
4.
It's still a hit, right?
That's the target number for them to dodge.
Oh,
Remember, this is an area effect,
yeah.
so they all get to try to dodge. Do you want to spend a Benny to reroll that, or do you want to keep it?
Do it. We're literally just getting started. Let's not start like that. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your bennies. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm like,
I mean, no, it kind of makes sense.
Boonk!
7. That's much better. So 5.
Okay. It's a little bit more difficult, so we'll see. Okay. You hit 3 people. So roll damage. No AP, right?
No AP. It's 3d6 mega damage.
Yes, reroll that fucker.
So that's 13 so far?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
6.
Oh, 16.
16.
Yeah, sorry, 16.
No AP. 16. That is 3 shaken dead boys. 3 people hit the ground. They're on the ground, crawling away. They're pulled out from their cover. One dove out, so he doesn't have cover anymore either. So, 10. 10 is
Oh, yeah. Damn, man.
Yeah, just remember you always go last. Right?
Right, just think about it that way. Our last session, I went first 6 times, nonstop.
Does she have to recover from being...
She does have to recover. No,
She's covered from
she
shaken.
automatically recovered from shaken by spinning the Benny and soaking.
Okay.
I think. I'm just gonna call it that way. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Spirit. Spirit's a D10. She shouldn't be able to fail this. Yeah, she recovers. So you're shooting grenades into the group.
Yeah, on my side. You guys are on another side.
Yep.
That just lit you up. I'm like the biggest one out of the bunch.
It's the difference, like if she wants to try to heal herself,
No one
or
even shot at you, really.
if she she's best at hand to hand, so she'd have to be moving in against a.
Start healing herself. I'm about to throw some fire at these guys.
Okay, she's gonna.
Which has been fairly productive in the past.
If you tell her to see to herself, then she's gonna heal herself. It sucks that it uses a pretty big chunk of PPE, but.
But if she gets close, she won't need that anyway.
Yeah, when the thing is, she wants you guys to get established your areas first because you're the AoE and the fire and all that. She'll pick up stragglers and grab the people that are trying to flank you guys with melee. So. She successfully heals herself. So, she's no longer wounded. Now you go.
Alright. Am I in a position to hit more than one of these guys with my cone?
Yes.
Alright.
Roll, well, maybe. Roll a d4.
4.
Yep.
For what?
How many you can get.
4.
You can hit 4 people with your cone.
Alright.
They're perfectly lined up for you.
Sweet. So I'm gonna do the 4, the extra hot one.
Okay, yeah, mega damage or mega power it up.
Yes. Okay. That's going to cost me 4. So this is, I got to roll to hit it, right? This is my psionics. And just my psionics, right?
Your psionics and your wild die. That's a lot of rolls.
13.
13 minus 2.
11.
So 11, that's still a hit with a raise. So, 13 minus 2 is 11. Actually, isn't minus 2. Sort of. They're trying to jump out of the way. But their target number is 11, essentially. Because they get plus 2 because they're covered.
Mm-hmm.
6, 10... 5. None of them make it out.
I need a couple of... I need one more D12.
What was it? 3d12?
3D12.
And then a d6 as well for the bonus damage. And what's the AP on this?
It's 3D12 mega damage.
No AP, I guess.
No AP, no,
Yeah,
I guess not.
that's enough.
So 5, 12, 15, 19.
Yeah, that's 4 dead coalition troopers.
I have to say that's about all I can do, but when I do it, it's pretty good.
Yeah. There's screaming, there's fire, there's people jumping, and that a terrifying scene.
So here's something I can do. Since I can still use a free action, right?
Correct.
So my free action, no roll, I can create controller douse as an action. So if I use a psionics roll, I can create environmental effects that do -2 to trait rolls for the rest of the guys that are around. Since everything's on fire, can I do that?
That takes an action.
Okay.
Psionics
roll, never mind.
Right.
Not a free action. Okay,
so the free action is to I'm going to put out this fire. Start building the fire. I'm going to move the fire.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But if you want to actually make it start affecting people, then that's...
I see that. I knew that was too good to be true.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. All right.
But you can cause environmental effects with that roll.
Yeah, I was just saying something I keep forgetting. Like, all you ever do is obscure area. I never set anything on fire. Like, I should be just burning shit up. Yeah.
All right, that's a new turn.
Do we know how many are there yet?
Specifically? I'll give you a passive notice check at the beginning of this round to try to get a count now that you're looking.
As I know, I got 3 shaken. He's eliminated 4, and then we don't know otherwise.
7 of hearts. Never first.
It's like I'm rolling the
Always.
cards. Like, roll a deck of cards. You rolled very low.
Always the bridesmaid,
Right.
never the bride.
This is why you kept that deck of cards that we got.
Yeah, right? Pretty
King
much.
of diamonds and 7 of clubs. So Shani goes on Jack of hearts, which is the glitter boy.
There we go.
And they go on King of clubs.
Fuck off.
Clubs is worse though,
God,
right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're before them, right?
Oh, okay.
He's
cool.
King of hearts, right?
Fucking grenade those guys again.
King of
King of
diamonds.
diamonds.
Like
So
regardless,
yes,
so it's a
diamond
king of-
clubs is worse. So you can't. It's the worst one. So you can't go last. One of the people you hit was one of the ones you shook.
Okay.
So right now you have 2 that are shaken.
Passive check for numbers.
Which
Does he passive check for number of people?
right?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Make a notice.
I would say before you start telling us how many there are that are shaken or not shaken, we should at least know how many there are. You notice jack shit.
Again,
God damn it.
another 2 and a 1.
Okay. So from
At least you're
your
getting them out of there, right?
your angle, the 4 that you hit,
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are dead. 2 of them just went up in flame. So there's only 2 left of the ones you shot at. So you guys cross streams
And
as you were firing.
One of them is shaken, one is not.
2 of them are shaken. They're
Okay.
still in cover though.
Okay, as I say, I knew there was a couple that were out of cover,
Yeah.
so
The one that jumped out of cover jumped right into his cone of fire.
okay. So there's 2 that are shaken, but
In cover.
Okay. Well then,
What do you do?
Grenades.
it's like all I ever. I mean,
Oh, it's like me. Obscure area or grenades? One of the 2. Obscure area, grenades.
You're a burster, you burn things, you're a demolitionist, you blow
Yep.
stuff up.
That makes sense.
Shani has a sword that she can summon, so she cuts people.
let's shoot another grenade, but we're gonna go with a high explosive this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's only got a medium blast, but
Can you
if
like-
I'm going for just 2,
You're gonna hit at least those 2. You may hit someone else.
shooting, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no grenadier skill.
I don't know why I keep. My shooting used to be only at an 8.
Well, there's throwing if you throw a grenade, but he's shooting it out of a
Which I
grenade
do
launcher.
have throwing, but I haven't resorted to doing that with my grenades yet.
It's pretty 5. It's still a hit. You know.
You're at least going to get the people that are shaken can't move.
Yeah.
So
It was on something, and
Are
then this
you-
die hit it.
you're gonna keep that roll.
You only have 4 high explosive grenades.
I mean, you're guaranteed hitting 2.
2 of those guys are going to hit anyway. I think you should just keep it because if you hit any more, good for you. But you're going to kill these 2 dudes in
Yeah, I
one
guess
shot
that's fair.
without wasting a Benny.
Yeah.
You hit a 3rd. So
Cool.
Roll for damage.
yep.
This one is
What's AP?
No AP on these.
What?
Yeah. But this one just has more damage.
As far as I know, the only grenade that has AP is the AP grenade. But this one has 3d8 mega damage.
That'll do it.
May I borrow your good d8, sir?
Oh man, I'm gonna gamble which one is the good one.
Well, you gave him the purple
That's
one, and
true.
it was shit.
Where's my black gate? There we go.
Pitter patter.
Yeah.
So 18.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, they're dead.
that's it.
You are the good one.
You are the good one.
King.
Yeah, I think you're next.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a grenade coming in your direction.
In my direction?
Yes.
A grenade in your general direction.
I fired in your general direction.
Roll agility.
You're not not going to tell me what you rolled, are you?
Right,
Do I get my wild card too? Okay. A 7.
You like hear the boonk, and you just like do a quick like sidestep and get behind another tree, and then like the grenade goes long and blows up there. He rolled a 3. Okay. So
almost shot himself in the foot.
Right. A more precise blast comes in your direction.
That was a lot of dice.
It was.
Like I wish I could like tilt this to show the camera, but I'll show you.
What?
So I lied when I say precise.
Yeah, right.
A panicked brush of fire shot into the tops of the trees, and then you hear the sound of a laser malfunction of like the. It just like breaks. So.
Like, do I need to make an agility roll?
No, they failed so
No,
miserably.
that was so. Shooting is just a target number to hit you. Area effects allow you a reflex. Right. So that person was trying to shoot you, and it was just panicked fire into the overbrush of the trees. Volley is coming into you.
To me. Bring your volley. 9.
So far, there's at least 3 left.
Yes. 114. You're still in cover, so you're fine. Wow. They Dead Boys were really terrible. Like they're really terrible.
They're the Stormtroopers of Rifts.
Right? So Jack is her.
Yeah, she's next.
Yeah, he goes last.
She
should not get in the middle of it.
No. She's running to where like that blast of fire came after you, like came from somewhere else. So like you're looking at the Dead Boys here. It kind of came from somewhere back further, and she seems to be running towards that. You're going.
Hey, 7.
So how many can I see? Where am I at? Like,
Make me a notice.
I need to roll a 4. 4.
You see 2. They are not close together. Like one was up by the big tree that's now almost incinerated, is on fire. He's still kind of hunkered down behind it though, and another one's back behind a stump, dug in.
Okay. So how about this fiery mastery? So that tree's on fire. Can't I just make it fucking on fire? Like, can I catch him on fire?
You can try, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the environmental effect. He's in a fully sealed suit.
Yeah, no, forget that then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Bolt him.
Yeah.
Let's
bolt
I think
this guy.
shoot him with that pistol you keep carrying around.
I use bolts so infrequently, I never even remember.
Yep. It's your free. It's like it's on your powers. Like there, it's on that list.
It's not though.
No.
Burst blade.
No, you're.
Oh, flame bolt. That's
yeah.
I've even put a little thing here so I could find it, and I still didn't find it.
It's your free. Just you can shoot fire
so
out
I
of your
just
hands.
Throw psionics at him.
Yeah. What's the damage on it?
It's 3d6 automatically. I think. Oh, 4d6. Jesus Christ.
4d6, and you can spend ISP.
You know what? I'm gonna do 1 ISP because that gives me 2 AP.
Yeah.
So let's do that. 1 ISP bolt.
Now you can also spend, if you have it, you can spend ISP to give yourself the bonus to hit, like a bonus to your roll. It's that Master Psionic ability.
So let's do that then. So 23.
So
okay.
Are you gonna spend if you spend
2 bendies? So 2 ISP. 1 is to do the
AP, and 1 is to give you a +1 to the psionics roll.
Yes. Oh, it takes me 2 ISP though, so that'll bring me down to 22 instead.
Okay.
Okay, so I've done that.
And if you can do 4 for a +2.
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
So
I get 2 APs.
2 AP and a +1 to the roll.
Cool. I need to start looking at that a little bit more when I roll. Why can I never see my D10? So a double 1.
Good thing you spent.
So do I get to add that 1 to it, or is it still considered a critical failure?
It's still considered a critical
failure.
Oh no!
So
that's never happened before.
I'm pretty sure that there's a specific rule about bolts.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that it doesn't cause brain burn.
I was just about to say I'm supposed to get hurt pretty bad from stuff like this.
But I need to.
I rolled so bad we have to look it up.
Right?
We have to look up the rules. Consult the failure table.
God damn it.
There was that like an instant shock where I was like,
rolling 1 on the psionics die when using flame bolt does not result in brain burn.
thank God. So it just doesn't.
Oh
work.
no, it's a catastrophic failure. I just get to decide what happens. It just doesn't have another special rule that damages you.
Gotcha.
So it's like I think it shakes and damages you on brain burn.
Yeah.
That's something to know is that anytime
know.
you roll a 1 on a psionics check, that happens.
Brain burn is that's what I was talking about when I saw that. I was like, I just hurt myself, but I didn't because it was bolt. Thank God. Good thing I made a really expensive fucking bolt roll.
Roll your damage.
Ah, damn it.
That's why I was so good thing it used all that fucking ISP or whatever just to do nothing.
Now he's doing something to someone.
$21.
So you just got hit with 21 damage. Deyton. AP2.
AP2.
As he flings this across that guy, and it's straight to the tree you just jumped to, and he smashes into you.
This is a really strong roll.
So your armor is 11, right?
Yeah.
9.
9.
So you did 21?
21.
So 9 to 13 is 1 wound. 13 to 17 is 2 wounds. 17 to 21 is 3 wounds.
I just burned the shit
So
out
you
of
can
it.
spend a penny
You should soak that.
to soak.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
Jackass partner.
Hey, man.
Is that vigor?
Yes. It's figure in your wild die.
Big head.
5.
Okay. That's 1. That's good. You're now only taking 2 wounds. So you take 2 wounds and you're shaken as this flame bolt basically crashes through the tree you're behind, burns across your chest and up the side. Your armor's kind of cracking under the heat pressure, and you hit the ground. You can feel that your fur on your neck and in your shoulder and arm is just gone.
You're going to have some odd pattern baldness.
That's going to have to grow back.
I thought this was funny until you hit me. That's not so
And then it's like, ha ha ha. Wait, who did it hit?
Yeah.
Did you hit Shani?
Well, that was a successful round. Let's draw some cards.
Let's draw some cards. Everyone's still alive. Well, everyone, no one, you didn't kill anything that turn.
What did I end up doing?
You shot you
I
killed the
hit-
2 shaken. You killed some
I
people.
hit one other one.
Right.
But did he get shaken or anything, or just took some damage?
No, he died.
You killed 3 people. You just one of them wasn't shaken. You just rolled 9 of damage. You think some stuff good. Let's see what we got here.
Joker.
Yeah.
So, Benny for everyone.
Finally.
Oh, everyone gets one of these.
Everyone gets a Benny. You get +2 to all rolls, including damage. All right.
And he gets to pick and choose.
You get to choose whenever you want to go. You just say you're going.
I'm gonna
Right?
fucking go right now.
Ace of spades and 7 of spades.
Oh,
so the next highest go card.
the only person that can.
Shani gets the 3 of clubs. She's normally really good at that stuff, and they get a 3 of hearts. So,
Sweet.
are you just going, or do you want to?
Can I see? Are there more people that I can hit from here? Those 2 people that I missed.
You still see the 2 people there.
Yeah.
You did see that you just nuked him.
Yeah.
You were throwing it, and you're like, yeah, and it just went wild. Literally, something tweaked in your mind, didn't go right, and that bolt went erratic.
There's nothing I can do to help him.
No, but you could say, sorry, dude.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to spend an action to say how sorry am I.
Sorry.
All right, let's go at that guy again.
And throw another bolt at him.
Yeah.
Are you spending all
Spending
the same...
3 ISP? I mean, it's just 3 ISP. That's pretty...
Well, I've already used quite a bit. So.
Will you still have enough to obscure the area after you do this?
I was trying to decide if I should just set the place on fire and cause trait roll damage to anybody else, but there's only 2 guys in the area, right?
That you can see.
Yeah.
Make a notice check. Let's see if you can figure out what else is going on. You are totally... Yeah, you guys are totally aware of there's 2 people here.
Yeah.
There could be a dozen more entrenched behind all of them.
Those ones scare me now.
Nothing else than shooting. You can use your ability to spread the fire. You can use your action to spread the fire and cause the -2 to all of their actions.
But that's only in that area.
Yeah, you would basically just light all of this area on fire and try to get them out of cover. It would completely try to start getting them out if you wanted to do that. Or you can just...
I can set the area behind where I think the people are on fire. Is that what you're talking about?
You can spread that fire. There's already fire here. You could spread it to a large area.
Let's do that.
So you're taking the actions, make the psionics roll.
Oh, I don't even have to spend anything for that.
No, you don't have to spend nada.
Alright.
So you just take the fire and swoosh it through the area just to, hey, make these people get up and run. This is essentially what you're trying to do. There you go. That's a raise. What's the penalty with a raise?
19. I get +2 to my rolls anyway, so that was 21. So it's create environment rolls -2, -4 with a raise to trait rolls.
So they're a -4 for everything they do until they get out of that area, and it's on fire, so they have to deal with that. So,
fucking fire, man!
Yeah, fucking fire,
fucking fire, man!
Go shaking.
Well, I soaked some.
You soaked some. You're only -2.
So I just have my wounds. I'm not shaken.
You are shaken.
The soak doesn't.
If you don't save everything, you're still shaken.
Gotcha.
So he has to use his action to get out of.
No, he doesn't. You have to roll your spirit, your recovery check. If you don't succeed, then you're still shaken. If you do succeed, you can act.
And is this at a -2 though because of my wounds?
No, you're never.
I was like, fuck my life. I got a 4.
Okay, that you are not shaken anymore. You are never easier to wound because you're already wounded.
Yeah.
That is you don't become any less tough.
And there's nothing he can do about those wounds right now.
Nothing. No.
Mm-hmm.
You can call out for the only person that in your group that can do something about wounds immediately is Shani. So you can call out to her, but she's on the other side of the fire.
Mm-hmm. Can I see anyone at this point, or is his fire blinded?
You know where those last 2 guys are, and since you recovered from shaken, you can't take a notice check, and I'm not going to let you take a passive. Plus, there's fire everywhere, so you know that there's those 2 guys. You still know where they are. You can see them in the fire. You can also, if you want Shani to come help you, you can a free action to call out. Saying, you need a medic. I need healing.
I'll just take a couple shots at those guys.
Okay.
Well,
one of them.
Yeah, let's shoot at one of them.
Okay. Fully auto, so 3 of your shooting dice plus 1, plus your wild die, and you're doing this with your fire breather, right?
Yeah, my dragon fire.
Dragon fire.
3d10
I should have.
plus my wild die, right?
Plus your wild die.
Okay.
Nice.
D10s are good. I got 3 8s.
That is
Right? Yeah.
no. That's 3 hits. Past the cover and everything. And none of them are raises, but they're all hits.
I say all those are at a -2.
Yes.
So they're technically 6s.
6s.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And they're AP 2.
AP2.
Okay. Go for it.
Damage time?
Damage.
Is my damage affected by anything?
Nope.
Because as long as I hit, the damage happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so there's 11 already. 13.
Okay. Next.
Nine.
Just 9.
Okay. And the third.
14.
Dead. So first shot shook, second shot bounced off armor, third shot killed.
It's like he's shaking, like laying on the ground. Your next bullet goes ping, like bounces off his butt plate. You're like, God damn it! That's it for us. Shani, or no, next is Dead Boys, right?
Dead Boys.
So I didn't kill the dude I shot at?
You did.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. The last one is running. He's just running. He's trying to get away.
This is a very potent round for me. Everything would have been really good if I did not hit you.
He is stumbling and tripping, and he does move his full movement, but he doesn't get any extra. He doesn't get the run off, but he moves like a full pace out. He's just running for
within shooting distance.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yes. This was a short range confrontation, close quarters. Shani is fighting someone. She's swinging her sword at someone.
She tickles him slightly.
Strength D10. She hits and fails to wound. So she's somewhere in the back where the fire is just starting to spread out to, fighting someone.
Cool.
Wah, wah.
As far as I know, that's the first time a critical failure has actually hurt
someone else.
Usually you do something to screw yourself over.
You guys really haven't, that's the first critical failure of this game, I believe.
Yeah, it is his first double ones, yeah. For sure.
7 of hearts.
I've already
So
said.
back to where you were, buddy. Get back in the line. Oh, wow.
Hey, does it finally
It
come
finally
in play?
kicked off. 4 of clubs, 4 of diamonds. Your reflexes kicked you up into a king of diamonds.
Hey.
So.
That's a good skill.
Right.
That's reflexes that gives you that?
It's level-headed and quick reflex. I can't remember which one does which. 7 of clubs for Shani. And Queen of hearts.
It's quick. I have to have initiative of 6 or above.
As quick as you draw until you have 6 or above. Level-headed as you draw 2.
Additional action card.
Yeah. So, King, before they go.
Well, I mean, I still concede.
You can still see one.
Running away.
Make a notice check to assess the rest of the battlefield.
Is this notice going to be at a -2?
It's going to be at a -4.
So you got a 1. Oh, yeah.
And it's a +2 -4, so a net -2 for you.
So
8
10
then.
minus 2, 8?
8. You see that there's the one guy that's running, and there's the officer in back who Shani is sword fighting with. The officer has a vibro blade out, trying desperately to defend himself against her. But this is also when you hear a big boom from pretty close by in the forest.
Like the glitter boy.
The glitter boy just shot something nearby. And it's to your south. So, like, you came up from the south, heading north, and, like, the pond is here, so you came around here. So it's somewhere down, like, just below where you're at. So the glitter boy is somewhere in the forest with you, and you hear the gun go off. It's actually, like, there's a ripple through the trees, and snow comes off of... falls off the pines and stuff from the shot.
Obscure area.
Is this officer in range of me shooting?
Yes, but is engaged in melee with Shani.
So I have a chance to hit Shani?
Correct.
I mean, we're just doing that this round, right?
Go for it.
Why not? Let's all shoot each other.
You missed slightly in tag. Shani, roll for damage. 48. Crazy. All right. She's incapacitated. Yeah.
I guess I'll actually be pretty lame this turn. I just gotta run up towards Shani and the officer.
There's still the other one running. You're just gonna let him go.
Well, I think someone has
other plans for him. So you're just gonna because you can, if you run up and engage the officer as well with your vibro claws, he starts getting penalties to his parry because he's trying to fight.
That's what I was thinking
people.
Was supporting her and this officer.
Yeah. So you're gonna run up and engage.
Yeah.
Make a pace check. So roll your pace die.
Do I roll wild with it or just
Nope, just the pace die. Yeah. If you get a 3 or higher, you get up and are in combat. Like you run up to the combat. So,
but that's my action.
But that's correct. You can try something. It would be at a -4 if you want to try to swing.
And you would have that -2 on top of it, right? Or is it -2 plus?
No, just -4.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, -4 total. -2 for the split action of running and trying to attack, and then 2 for that. The wound. Correct.
Right. I'm up there like, Shani, I got your back. I don't hurt my fellows like other people do.
Queen of
do it on purpose.
Yeah.
That's my bad. The one time that I roll super heavy damage to, or I'm like 21. That's my best roll ever. Enjoy.
He spent his highest.
I know how to make it hardcore. Like
he tries to take a swing at her, and she easily just dodges the blow. It's his vibro dagger versus her sword and armor, her Kopesh and armor. The other guy's just running, so.
I was hoping that the other guy was not going to be like, oh,
he's still having
stop
problems.
And take a shot during all this fire around me.
He's still having trouble running through all the fire, so he's just trying to avoid fire and running and stumbling and trying to get away.
Let's do another flame bolt here.
Any bonuses?
No.
It's like, please
not even AP.
Fuck, 3. The sucks one that fell out was a goddamn 10.
What'd you reroll it as?
3.
To a 3.
Yeah.
So, you send a firebolt deeper into the forest and catch another tree on fire.
I get very hot.
You just feel like the power radiating off the sky.
Yeah, you can see that everything is starting to shimmer now. I'm so mad and so hot at this point. Can I also close the gap as part of my action? Like
you can do a
normal
move.
Yes, I'm moving towards him a little bit.
He's trying to do a run and failing, which will put distance between him and you.
But I just want to stay in range.
He's just using, since he's failing, he's just moving his pace. You're moving your pace. You both have the same pace, so you're keeping up.
I'm that guy from Inside Out now that like his head turns into a volcano, or I'm like, brah! Or maybe Hades from Hercules.
Whoa, did my hair go out? It's one of my favorite lines from that.
Yeah.
Shani versus the officer with a -2. She hits. Strength.
That's
Plus
James
D10.
James Woods does that voice.
Yep.
It's a good role for him. I liked it. That movie's kind of ho-hum, but his character was pretty good.
10 minus 4 AP. The officer is shaken. New round.
Anything bigger than a 10. Can he get better than a 10? 9. 9 of hearts.
That's still my second highest draw, though.
Besides the
Joker was the best.
3 of clubs.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3 of hearts, jack of clubs.
Alright.
Alright, okay.
Alright.
That's not too bad.
Okay. 10 of clubs. And the coalition get the 2 of spades,
Nice.
which is Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's me, right? Oh, no, you're Jack. You go first.
Jack
She got a 10?
She got a 10. So
Jesus.
everyone goes before you, even though only one face card is on the table.
I believe I will be taking a swing at this officer.
Okay.
With my vibro claws.
He is shaken and flanked, so
Just take your...
get better than a 2.
Now that he said it out loud, right?
But I have a -2, right?
You have a -2.
That's what he's saying. You have to get better than a 2,
This is
so you don't get a
this
0.
is just fighting.
It's just fighting. Mm-hmm.
2.
11 all day. Well, minus the 2.
Minus the
Yeah, so 9.
9. Yeah, that's a hit with a raise. Vibro claws. Yeah, don't bother. He's dead. He's already shaken, so like it's MD damage. You put that into his side. He tries to raise his pistol at you, which you just knock his hand. You watch. He's really angry. This guy is furious that he's getting that not only he lost this engagement with his troops, that he failed personally in fighting, and he's just looking at you with all the hatred of everything, and just mutters out traitor as he collapses and gargles on his own blood filling up his lungs. Yes.
I also look like that.
But you're all on fire.
Yeah, I'm furious. I've burned a friend. I've
Was
set the...
Shani holding?
Shani has nothing else to do, so she's gonna heal you.
Yes.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
go ahead and roll yours.
Part of me wants to go
No,
insane right now, but I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to burst instead, since the bolt's not working.
I mean, if you hit him.
She heals one of your wounds.
One wound healed.
Yeah. And your fur starts growing back.
Shorter in some spaces.
Just, yeah.
My girl Shani. It's a 9.
9.
That's nice. Means you can hit something.
Did I hit him?
With a burst?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, well.
Burst is technically AoE.
Oh, no. 7. So 7 minus 4.
Oh, I was
3.
son of a bitch.
He had a chance.
Yeah.
He almost had a chance.
I was I think I'm mad now. This guy gets away from this shit.
You have the burst, the cone obscures your vision, of course, because you blast it in front of you, and then it's the fire subsides, and he's still running.
No!
No! Get back here!
So I didn't get a raise on that.
No, you didn't.
All right. They get an 8 mega damage. That's the weakest roll I've had all day.
Yeah. So he's still running.
I hit him though, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So.
I'll continue to close the gap.
You look like any Super Saiyan right now when
Yeah,
your
right.
energy's getting extra bigger.
You're looking at me through his power
here we
level's
go.
over 9,000.
Finally.
Jesus
Ace of
Christ.
Hearts.
Here, don't even draw. I'm just kidding.
It's going to come down to one of these
He's
guys
going to get
killing.
a Joker
Oh,
right
look at
now.
this. 2-2 Joker.
Seriously?
Yep. 2/2 Joker.
You got the Joker.
You got the Joker, so Benny's all around. Benny.
Oh, you know what? I haven't re-rolled that fucking roll yet.
Yeah, why didn't you do that?
I'm sitting on 4 because
You're so angry.
I'm so mad. In reality, like it's not even just my character. Like I'm pissed off now.
King of Hearts, and they got 5 of Spades. So, Joker, do you want to wait, or do you want to do something? You want to pick this guy off from underneath him?
Just try to shoot him right now.
Yeah,
be like,
shoot him.
no! Go for it.
I will hold and let
All
the
right.
ace go.
So go.
Damn it, man! All right, fire bolt this time.
Fire bolt.
Yeah.
You gonna spend some ISP?
No.
Come on, get a bonus, get AP.
At least get the
What's
AP.
the other bonus? Yeah, get the fucking AP.
AP. So
That way if it hits me again, and actually I feel it.
Right.
he couldn't hit you now. He is beyond you, but he is setting trees on fire just by
This
how
place is
angry
on
he is.
fire.
It is now quickly becoming a conflagration, like a forest
6
fire.
is what I got.
So, a 6 to hit,
Yes.
and yep. All right, that's
Is that enough to hit him?
enough to hit him.
All right.
Barely.
Barely.
-2. Like you got a 4. That's a hit. With bolt.
14, 20 right there.
Oh god, the guy's
24.
Poor guy's dead. Like he's like.
God, I melted the thought. I melted the memory of his family along with his body.
He was like crawling, like, oh god, please, oh god, just melt, burn, incinerate.
Like
So,
I've devastated a piece of the forest trying to catch
Oh,
the
yeah.
luckiest
It's
dead
so,
boy
like,
that's
you-
ever existed. Like I was, God damn it, man! I almost was like, that's not dead enough. Spend this Benny and like do more.
He said if he doesn't add more damage on this guy that's already
The
dead.
boom gun goes off again during all of this.
Where did it hit this time?
You don't know, it's still close, it's still shaking.
Oh, I just...
It's like shaking trees. It's still to the south of you. It's shaking trees, and like now, like the fire is like getting like poof, like pushed because of it. But yeah, it's somewhere nearby. Anyway, you are super angry, and the forest is really burning now.
Yeah.
Like Shani's like, you two have to get
You
away.
guys got to move soon, yeah.
Are you gonna try to rein this in?
Yes, I've
Alright.
got him now. So
Make a spirit check to see if you can calm down. Otherwise, you just keep burning.
5.
Like it's really difficult for you to start to turn the fire off. Like you start bringing it in, like the edges are starting to smolder out and snuff, but you are still burning so hot that the trees around you, all of the pine, all the leaves on them have ashed, and now the trees are just turning gray.
Can Benny add to my rolls?
Yes, a D6.
Yeah. Let's add another D6 to that. 5 more. So that's
10.
10, yeah.
All right, so you finally are able to, like, even if you don't turn yourself off, to rein in the fire and stop, like, there's the complete charcoaling of this entire section of forest.
And making it less safe for my compatriots. Yeah, all right. Yeah, like that. That's why I'm not good. That's why you can be. That's why everybody hates bursters so much.
Yes. So, through now that the fire has been put out and the sounds of battle around you are subsiding, you can hear the steps of a giant robot nearby. You hear the pressure, like pylon kicking out, digging in, and the boom gun go off again. And it's like just to the south of you, loud enough to start to like hurt your ears. Like that's how close this gun is going off. Make a notice check. No bonus. Cards.
I get a Joker. I don't even get to do anything except let
You got
you burn
Benny's.
something.
Oh, you will get a +2 because you got the Joker in the last hand.
Oh, so you get +2 to this.
So he's going to get +2. He doesn't. You're not getting your keen sentences because.
That's fine.
But you're getting the +2 from the Joker. I'll give you that. Since you didn't get to use it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
6, 8. So 6, 8. 11. Wow.
I'll take
15.
15.
Jesus,
So
that's a notice
6
and a half right there.
There is.
You notice that there are 423 trillion air molecules between you and there.
You notice that there is a panicked small form running through the forest towards you, away from where the glitter boy is, and it doesn't take you like with that kind of a roll. Like this thing is running away. It's a dog boy. It's a Cairn Terrier.
Is that fucking?
That's what Toto was.
Yeah.
Obscure area.
I ate.
Maybe
So
Ash.
you are the only one that sees this, and you can say something or not say something. Like it's not running right towards you. It's gonna go through the forest and get away.
What do I yell at this point?
What do you do?
What if I just yell Toto?
Give me a.
You know this guy?
Well, odds are probably not. Probably you killed him.
Maybe.
But I don't know for sure. I woke up not knowing what the fuck happened.
Right, you don't know what
Looking
happened.
much like you look now. Like on fire,
true.
singed. You know?
Make. Go ahead and make a spirit check. See how loud you can yell this.
Spirit by itself.
Yep, spirit with your d6. With your
Yes,
wild die.
your wild die.
5. So you yell out like you've been singed, burned. Fire was everywhere. It's finally coming back in. There's a boom gun going off. There's a lot going on, and you see this Cairn Terrier, and you yell out like, "Toto!" Shots come back your way
From him?
from that direction. Yes. So it looks like you yelled out. He started shooting.
Cool. This is a good plan.
Saw what I just did. My plan wasn't much better tonight.
Double tap.
I had to spend bennies to make sure I didn't destroy part of the earth.
You just got hit twice. Once with a raise. So 2 shots from a pistol just come like straight, like he just like stopped, looked, fired at the thing that was yelling at him in a panic. What's the pistol damage?
Oh,
The
it's a 2d4 plus 1.
2d4, huh? I get a d4. That's what yours is, right?
No.
What's yours?
My laser pistol is a 2d6.
Okay. Just 2d6 straight?
That makes more sense. I was like, that's a pretty
2d6.
huge pistol.
Well, that's from a decade ago.
No,
that was
no.
like they had the old gear,
No, I
so
get it.
you have the newer stuff.
AP2.
AP2. So you have a 9 armor, 2d6,
Yeah, it's this
4,
guy
5,
right
6,
here.
7, nada, and 3, 4 is nada. So, but 2 shots come like zooming out of the darkness, and you see those laser shots. Like you hear him yell something, and 2 shots come at him. So, what is your reaction to this? Are we going back into combat round, or are you saying or doing something else?
I don't know. This is weird. I kind of want to chase him, but I don't think he's just going to turn and shoot at me again. Like the closer I get.
Well, if you tell us to go with you, we'll have more options when we get closer if there's more of us. There's always the burning option, or the cooking option, or the immolating option. I could probably even set him on fire.
Don't set him on
There's
fire.
also a sword.
There's a sword.
There's a sword option.
I got this pistol.
Yeah.
I have some rope.
We can tie him up.
Can you lasso him?
I make a crude lasso. It catches on fire. Oh, wait. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna try yelling at him again.
You're not moving. You're staying where you are.
You should at least move towards him. Or say your name.
No, I'm not moving at him. Just stop shooting at me, asshole. Come this way. You'll be safe.
Okay. He turns and runs.
Just away.
Yeah. What a dick.
Now do I have to chase him?
Do you want to?
Kinda.
Okay.
Get at it.
Well, pitter patter.
You want me to roll a pace to run or something? Or just say that I'm gonna run into where Glitter Boy is booming off, and I could get hit by that.
That is a possibility. You're in coalition armor. The Glitter Boy does not know you. You are a dog boy.
What's that say?
So, you let me know what you want to do.
I can tell what way he was heading, right?
Yep.
Could I take a route that would lead me to think that, like, as long as he keeps on that path, I'll cut him off?
Through the woods, it'd be tough.
Plus, he's already got an advantage. He's already ahead of you.
Yeah.
Man, I just didn't think I wouldn't run, like, right to where he was and
Like,
then head,
he's, like, if you were, like, if he had a deeper angle, then yeah. But his angle and erraticism is just, like, he's not just going he's not going in an interceptable direction to you. He's kind of going off, opposite, away. So do you want to run out there in the line of fire of a Glitter Boy, or do you want to stay here? Let him get away.
Let's chase after him.
Okay. What's your pace?
6.
Do you have bonuses to a running die?
I don't believe I do.
I think there was something you had because of the dog boy. Read or whatever.
+1 vigor die type.
It doesn't say anything about a pace die being a D something.
I don't think I've ever seen pace anywhere on any of these, but I'm not like a soldier of any kind, so I don't know what
your other sheet.
Push prone.
Brave plus fear and yep, doesn't look like you.
I was like, yeah, I think if anything, just because I'm rugged, I think maybe that's where the like
So
brain and stuff comes from.
It's a quick breed, so it's outpacing you. And so he's run, like he's starting to run. Your pace is 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your pace is...
Where did you even find... Oh, 6. Yeah, I can run water alongside him. I can make it.
Yeah, you can run, like, you didn't know what was going to happen, so you're a little bit behind him.
Yeah, but I'm definitely going to chase him.
Shani is faster than both y'all. She's keeping up with you, going, hey, we don't know how many of them are out there. We could be running into an ambush. We shouldn't be doing this. Can you hear me at all?
Can you obscure the area?
I mean, the Glitter Boy starts to shoot at us. I don't know.
That thing runs at 60 miles an hour. So...
I don't care. I'm tracking down this damn dog boy.
Yellow brick road. You hear the Glitter Boy coming up behind you.
Behind me?
Mm-hmm. I'm behind the group running. So are you going to stop to flag it down?
I know who we are, that it's us.
Okay.
That we're trying to attack, but not this one.
You should call it Rose.
Yeah.
If I were you.
Rose.
It's not... It didn't clamp in, but it points that gun at you, and that's like... You've never had your butthole pucker so tightly your entire life that when you're looking down the barrel of a boom gun.
You made me Ash.
I'm scared. It stops through its speakers, like, oh, what are you doing out here?
We were attacking the coalition that looked like they'd attacked you, and we were trying to finish them off.
Make a persuasion. See how sincere, how much sincerity you can get across. Because, to her, you could have just called these people in.
3.
3?
Yeah.
That's Benny.
4.
Okay. It's a standoff. She doesn't clamp in, but she's just like, how do I know you didn't bring this? Was that a dog boy up there?
Well, there was 2 of them. One's my friend and companion, and the other one is somebody he's chasing. I don't know who the other one is.
And you're friends with a dog boy?
I killed his stalker, and he works with me now. It was a long time ago. I told you we're not friends of the coalition. We let you take those goods away. Why would we turn around and then do this?
Call the coalition in
that
on
makes
us?
sense. That came out right.
Because you couldn't take us yourselves?
No. I'm pretty sure we could
Please
take you.
don't kill me.
I'm pretty sure we could take you ourselves.
You say that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're not scared of you. We're trying to help. Yeah. A little scared of you. I was a little scared.
Did you?
We're trying to get some information out of this other dog boy. Do you think you could help us bring him in without killing him?
She's silent for a minute. She's like, we're getting out of here. It's best just to let that go.
All right. Thanks for nothing.
Thanks for nothing. She killed more coalition than you guys did.
That's true.
I mean, we didn't have to turn back.
I'm just letting them know that was a dick move on their part. We tried to help them out.
No, I agree.
Yeah, so cool. I resumed the chase, I guess.
Okay.
At least we didn't get glitter boyed.
Yeah.
Way gone.
Yeah.
Your vigor is D something crazy.
D8.
Yeah, you're...
What? Your vigor is D8?
Yeah, all of his attributes are high because he's a 8 foot tall dog.
That's true. I always figure out your height. In my mind, you're just like you're like kind of a quarter person. Like I always think of you like dog.
Saint Bernard, huge.
Keep forgetting about that.
She can keep pace with you. She can even try to catch up to the other dog, but she just doesn't have the vigor to keep this chase up. And it just pretty much goes down to you and the other dog, and its pace is just so much greater than yours. So it gets away. You just get to a point where you're just too exhausted to keep going.
You come back and I'm smoking a cigarette.
I mean, like she keeps trying to, like she doesn't, like she drops off and you keep going, and now like the 3 of you are pretty separate. I mean, you got communicators, which is a 5-mile range. Though if you keep running for too long, you'll be out of range of communicating with your friends.
How important is it that you catch this dog boy? You're not going to catch him though.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to catch him. So yeah, just give up.
It's the. Are you going to now go into track mode and convince these 2 that you now need to follow this dog boy, or are you going to let this go?
Is it one of your knives?
It is, but he doesn't. You don't. I mean, it's the same type. But was it the same? Was it him?
If he's in the area, that's your best chance.
You can also try communicating with him go through the bands.
Do that first. Seriously, I mean, if you can track him, then we can always go back and get the quads and go back as a group and try to find this thing.
Yes, that's true.
But it's not, I mean, whatever brought this company here, they're going to get back to that. They're going to get reinforcements. They're going to get picked up. Like, the border wall is not very far from here.
It's up to you, man. I'm on your side.
This thing is running east.
You guys helped me kill a lot of kids with this.
Well, I'll try the...
started running south, which
obviously I've relayed why I chased after this by now.
At least all you really have to do is be like, I have to find this dog boy. And we're like, okay, so do you want us to go back and get the quads while you continue to track?
Don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, if you break the 5-mile radius of communication in these forests, you'd have to rely on her
to find
tracking him to catch back up to him.
We're getting away from... You're up, man. Whatever you want to do.
Well, let's try
bandwidth talking.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys get together in the forest.
Take a charisma check.
You guys get together in the forest and you start going through the band channels, and it's just you get a couple channels that have some static. Obviously, some dead boys are on open mic as they got killed or whatever, their mics went off, but nothing responds back to you. Toto. Is Toto a guy or a girl?
A guy.
Okay.
I was like, Toto was a boy in the movie.
In the movie, but I'm just wondering if it was a love interest. I mean, it still might be a love interest, but...
They help each other's legs. It's called the double dog rudder.
I like the wag of your tail. You sniffed each other's butts a couple times, yeah? It's just a greeting.
Everybody does that in dog boy college. It's just experimenting.
So, I think we'll end it here.
All right.
You're in the forest. You can go back to Wreckville, or you can chase Toto down the yellow brick road.
We still have some time too,
If it is Toto.
Yep, in your mind, it's the chance that this is your friend. So yes, next week, escape, run, pull a
obscure area, ninja dust,
smoke bomb. Next week, no, obvious. It'll be Christmas.
I won't be here yet.
Right afterwards. So we won't be back again until the new year, which is Tuesday is the 2nd.
Tuesday's the 26th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm free on the 26th. I got that wrong. Yeah, we can come back the day after Christmas.
All right.
Yeah, never mind.
We can do next week. It'll be the week after.
Yeah, it'll be the week after. I got that wrong. Yeah, I'll be in Seattle the next week. So
we'll see, but there might whatever comes up because I'm gonna have company here and all that. Tentative, yes for next week.
I'm down for next week if we can, but it'll be the week after that.
The week after New Year's week, so we'll see y'all next week for the follow-up of Toto. It's in the Yellow Brick Road. All right.
This episode is